Sir Ma, what are you saying? What? This man is the head royal bodyguard. It's exactly as I said. Sir Ma explained. I am showing my respect to our new demonic lord, so it's been Sir Ma who's been gathering us this whole time. Elder Yin questioned. But Sir Ma, what do you mean by all of this? Do we wait? Could it be? Ditch the demon sword. Elder Yin declared. I, Mu Hua Yin, the 10th elder of the demonic warrior cult, bow before our new demonic lord. Why are you both doing this? That is because you are the true new demonic lord, minor priest. Yo questioned. The true demonic lord. On the north side of our city, there is a shrine that takes care of the ancestral tablets of all of our previous patriarchs. In that shrine also lies an altar that houses our founding demonic lord's ancestral tablet and written will. He continued. In that altar is an epitaph left behind by our founding demonic lord before he ascended to the heavens. His epitaph states that the one who wields the true demon sword will be the one to inherit his title. Not even our patriarch can defy those orders on that inscription. However, none of the patriarchs in the history of our cult have ever been able to inherit the title of demonic lord. The demon sword that our patriarch possesses is an imitation. Yo thought. How strange. Elder Yin wondered. All of the elders are fully aware of this fact. If it was only our patriarch who knew that his demon sword was an imitation, he could have easily fooled everyone and went against our founding demonic lord's orders. Why are the elders all staying silent despite knowing this vital information? I've wondered the same thing. But as for why the elders have stayed quiet, it's because of a tale that was passed down by our ancestors. He explained. This tale tells of a rumor that 500 years ago during the incident with the Berserk Saber God, the true demon sword had been stolen. If this is true, that would be humiliating for our cult, which is why our patriarch and the elders have been keeping this under wraps. Yo realized. Well, it must have been an imitation from the get-go, considering the real one was hidden away in the sealed demonic chamber. Sir Ma corrected them. While Elder Yin is mostly right, there are a few facts I need to clarify. The reason our patriarch does not make any mention of the demon sword is because of the protectors of the demonic order. He explained further. For generations, these protectors have watched over our patriarchs to ensure that our founding demonic lord's orders are abided by. On top of that, they have inherited martial arts skills that have been passed down from our demonic lord himself. So not even our patriarch holds a candle to them. Because they always work in the shadows, no one is aware of their existence. Yo realized. Wait, does that mean? He saw the medallion. The demonic order. Sir Ma confirmed. That's right. I am the current protector of the demonic order. That is the secret title of myself and all of the head royal bodyguards before me. This medallion was created by our founding demonic lord himself. But if you're a protector of the demonic order, wouldn't our patriarch consider you a potential threat, even though you are technically taking on a title created by our founder? Sir Ma explained the restriction. Our demonic lord has put a restriction on all of us protectors. And that is the use of a forbidden poisonous parasite. It is a poisonous insect that lives in the protector's body. This parasite is directly controlled by what is called the dominator insect. He continued. Inserting internal energy into the dominator insect will put it into a frenzy, causing the parasite within us to burst with its poison and kill us. I already have these parasites within my heart and lower abdomen. Sir Ma revealed the system. Only our people know how to use this poisonous parasite to create this dominator insect. So once a new patriarch ascends to the position, we offer them a dominator insect as a vow of our loyalty. So if we were ever to threaten our patriarchs, they would have a way to instantly kill us. I had no idea such a secret even existed. So our patriarch and the head royal bodyguard are constantly keeping an eye on each other, but are never allowed to overstep boundaries due to both the demonic order and this poisonous parasite. Sir Ma told the prophecy. Our demonic lord has stated that he had sealed away a demon within our cult. Then he prophesied that one day, the one who was worthy would obtain the demon sword. He explained the waiting. Us protectors have waited for centuries, but no one had managed to find the demon sword. Not only that, but no one had even been able to learn the demonic lord's sword art. As protectors of the demonic order, we only regard the demonic lords of our time as our true rulers. Sir Ma made his request. Please bestow upon me your divine demonic energy. Yoan asked, are you referring to this? Energy swirled. Sir Ma confirmed excitedly. My word, yes, that is it. The dominator insect was merely a temporary means to keep us restricted because there was no true successor who had received divine demonic energy. Please bless me with your divine demonic energy and free me from this dominator insect. The only true master of this poisonous parasite is the demonic lord himself. The energy intensified. Yoan reached forward. Sir Ma braced himself. The energy transferred. The parasite reacted. Sir Ma declared his loyalty. I, Ragyo Ma, protector of the demonic order and head royal bodyguard, vow my loyalty to our new demonic lord. Yo-un wondered, Sir Ma vowing his loyalty to me. He realized, does that mean I have the support of the entire royal bodyguard house? Elder Yin spoke, Sir Ma, I'm glad to see you vow your loyalty to our new demonic lord. But you still have some explaining to do. Sir Ma agreed. Yes, I suppose it's only right that I detail the entire story. Sir Ma began the history. 25 years ago, our previous patriarch suddenly abandoned his position. After leaving his position, he went straight into isolation training. He had finally come out after 5 years, and he had become powerful beyond belief. Sir Ma revealed his secret meeting. I had met with our previous patriarch one night before he went missing. Elder Yin reacted. What? Then why haven't you said anything up until now? The narrator explained. It was 20 years ago at Ragio Ma's quarters. The previous patriarch entered. Sir Ma bowed. I am at your service, sir. The previous patriarch spoke. Sir Ma, you are not to tell a single soul what I am about to tell you, including the current patriarch. Understood. Sir Ma confirmed. That is right. The previous patriarch revealed. I will be going somewhere soon. He was Inji Qian, previous patriarch of the demonic warrior cult. The previous patriarch gave orders. I'm sure you are aware of the existence of the evolved demon sword and 24 demon sword techniques in the underground vault of the manual library. If I do not return within 10 years, do not let the sword demons will stop you from taking action. He handed something. Take this. Sir Ma questioned. What is this, sir? The previous patriarch explained. I want you to pass on the sword demon's techniques to those who are connected to the demon sword sect. Sir Ma examined it. Yes, sir. This is. The previous patriarch admitted. I've done my research during my 5 years of isolation training. It's not complete by any means, and only details enough to be able to perform the codified fighting forms. While I'm gone, I want you to complete this research and perfect the demonic lord's sword art. Sir Ma protested. But sir, if you couldn't finish this, there's no way I could even dream of completing this. For 8 years, I've tried to recreate the forms of the demonic lord's sword art. But I couldn't figure out the energy circulation techniques for it. The best I could do was learn how to use sword whispering with it. Sir Ma finished his story. Once 10 years had passed, our previous patriarch never returned. And everything after that, Elder Yin is also aware of. I just don't understand. Elder Yin asked. Why didn't our previous patriarch pass down the demonic lord's sword art to our current patriarch himself? I wondered the exact same thing. Sir Ma replied. However, I can tell you that our previous patriarch had a disdain for our patriarch now. Pardon. I've heard that too. At the time, there was lots of talk about how our previous patriarch was going to make Yu Qian, a descendant of the stealth sect, the next minor priest. However, our patriarch, who is a descendant of the sword sect, killed all of the other candidates after graduating from the academy. He had even cut off the right arm of his own brother, Yu Jung Qian, gaining him a reputation of being cold and cruel. But our previous patriarch had suddenly passed down the position to Yu Jung Qian, our patriarch today. That had caused a huge stir within the cult. Sir Ma revealed the warning. Also, our previous patriarch left me with one final warning. He warned that if he did not return within 10 years, our cult could be in severe danger. Elder Yin realized. Could it be? Does that mean he already knew of the existence of the 6 berserk saber warriors? Sir Ma agreed. It appears so. Once I had witnessed their great martial arts prowess, I was sure of it. Maybe the 6 berserk saber warriors have something to do with our previous patriarch's disappearance. Sir Ma faced him. What was your reasoning for pushing our reunion to an earlier date? Sir Ma looked at him. As for that, he wondered, why is he looking at me? The scene shifted to the patriarch's quarters. Footsteps echoed. A bodyguard reported. We are searching the area, but it's proving to be difficult with only the bodyguards. And what about the other 2? The bodyguard continued. We followed Sir Ma as he left the west side of our walls, but we lost all traces of him. This was Hyon Pei, captain of the patriarch's direct bodyguards. The bodyguard added. We have received word from the one keeping an eye on the Flying Phantom sect that the minor priest has yet to return. The same goes for Elder Mu Hua Yin of the demonic sword sect. So it looks like it has come to this yet again. The advisor continued. Our patriarch, I've already advised that he is no longer a pawn that can be used. And wasn't it your philosophy to never treat a mere pawn as anything more than the pawn that they are? You must take care of this before things get out of hand. The advisor pressed. You should have known this as well if you were watching over his actions this entire time, our patriarch. I can guarantee that Ban Ji Zhang will not return alive. The patriarch considered. He no longer possesses any value as a pawn. The advisor concluded. Only when you cut off the rotting flesh can the rest of the body naturally heal. The patriarch decided. Hyon responded. Yes, our patriarch. The The patriarch gave the order. This is a patriarchal order. Arrest HW Amyong Lee and Siop Mang right away. The narrator explained. Before the sun rose the next day, Yo-un and his followers buried Bon Ji-jong's body after he had died from using his divine blood reversal vessel art. They had made sure it was buried far from Ohyon Peak to ensure no one would ever find it. Through chi adjustment, Yo-un was able to quickly recover his internal energy. But Ragiom and Mu-hwa had suffered internal injuries, so Yo-un had to stay on guard as they healed. The narrator continued. In the end, Yo-un had returned to the cult at 10 a.m. Yo-un sensed something strange here. He noticed. Oh, the guards seem to be far more on edge compared to yesterday. A guard greeted. Greetings, minor priest. He bowed. Yo-un commanded internally. Nano, go into listening mode for distant whispering. Footsteps continued. A guard whispered. He has returned. Send a message to our patriarch's quarters immediately. Another confirmed. Yes, sir. Yo-un thought. I was aware that our patriarch and his men began watching my every move recently. But this must be the beginning of the warning of danger that Sir Ma mentioned. A guard announced. Our patriarch, we have brought head royal bodyguard Sir Ma with us. The patriarch questioned. How was your little escapade last night, Sir Ma? Sir Ma apologized. My apologies for worrying you, our patriarch. I'll get straight to the point. Second Elder Bon Ji-jong left the city last night and his whereabouts are still unknown. Then that means, Sir Ma interrupted. The patriarch reacted. I'm not finished speaking. Not only that, but I have received word that the minor priest and Elder Yin have disappeared as well. Sir Ma thought. Damn it, so it wasn't just me he's been tracking down with the bodyguards. I didn't think he would be keeping an eye on the others as well. The patriarch theorized. Judging by the minor priest's previous actions, if the minor priest lured the second elder out of the city and murdered him, I can't help but to come to the conclusion that something bad has happened to the second elder. Wouldn't that be considered crossing the line over a petty personal grudge? Sir Ma realized. So this is what he's been scheming all along. He needed an excuse to be even more harsh on our new demonic lord. Sir Ma defended. Our patriarch, this has nothing to do with the minor priest's personal feelings. Sir Ma decided. I have no choice. I'll have to only bring up the facts that don't put our new demonic lord in a tight spot. The patriarch asked. If not that, then what could this be about? Sir Ma offered. I will tell you everything. Sir Ma explained. And because of the demonic blood reversal art, his body became too large for me to move on my own. I plan to report all of this the moment I came back and have his body moved back into the city, our patriarch. The patriarch agreed. All right, then I'll assign a few bodyguards to you. Bring me the second elder's body. The guards confirmed. Yes, sir. The patriarch thought. Looks like we've got a definite answer. He glanced. There's no doubt that Ragiom Ma is also in support of him. And now, this means that things won't go as planned. No, I have no choice but to deal with him this way. The patriarch pulled something. The patriarch revealed. I received this 25 years ago when Sir Ma vowed his loyalty to me. It's a dominating insect. The patriarch explained. I didn't consume it right away. I had the head physician analyze this and only received the results recently. The patriarch thought. Yikes, now he has no choice but to follow my orders. The scene shifted to the guest house of the Flying Phantom sect. A follower reported. And that's how both Sir Lee and Sir Siop Mang ended up being arrested. Baek Ji was assigned the position of Vice Warden of the Northern Light Brigade, a subsidiary of the Stealth Sect. And Wang Hul was assigned as Vice Warden of Demonic Energy Guard Brigade of the Sword Sect. They were taken early in the morning to our patriarch's quarters. Yo-un realized, so they've all been assigned to the other 4 sects. The follower continued. Their reasoning behind their assignment was that anyone and everyone above a warden class would be assigned a position. But thankfully, I was able to avoid being drafted, my lord. Someone mocked. I can't help but feel like that's because they realized you'd be of no help anywhere. The follower added more information. Elder Sama was sent on an inspection team off to Hunan. It's not just the 2 royal bodyguards and the wardens. And Elder Moon has received orders to form a defensive line in the northeastern region of Yeongshi to prepare for possible war with the 6 Berserk Saber warriors. I suppose I'll be getting an order myself soon. Elder Wan confirmed. I believe that will be the case, considering our patriarch's warriors have searched for you multiple times. But because you've taken off your mask, they will still think you haven't arrived yet. A follower protested. How could our patriarch do this? He's basically isolating our lord with no forces of his own. Oh my, it appears at least you and I are exempt from all of this, Elder Wan. She added. Well, for different reasons. But sure, the follower worried. Anyway, I really hope this isn't our patriarch's attempt to go directly after the minor priest. Yo-un reacted. Flinch. The follower noticed. What's the matter, my lord? Is something wrong? It's too late to take any action. A voice called, Chief, what is it? The subordinate reported urgently. Oh, outside at the front of the manor, there is a man who says he is the warden of the Cursed Sword Brigade, as well as a messenger of our patriarch. The chief reacted. It's the Cursed Sword Brigade. What is it about this Cursed Sword Brigade that's got you so spooked? The explanation came. The Cursed Sword Brigade is one of the two shadow sword sects under the Sword Sect. They are the brigade that controls the Cursed Sword Sect. The two shadow sword sects are known as the hidden forces of the Sword Sect. These forces are comprised of the Cursed Sword Sect and the Million Sword Sect. The follower continued explaining, but 3 years ago, the Million Sword Sect was found to be involved in the prisoners' use of the demonic blood reversal art during the academy examination. That led to the complete disbandment of their sect. That left the Cursed Sword Sect to be the only sect left of this force. But I had no idea they would take action so soon. This can't be good. Yo-un thought, the only grudge I hold against that man is idly watching by his mother died. I had no idea we would come face to face in a power struggle like this. Yo-un concluded, maybe this was just fated to happen. Yo-un called out, Elder Wan. Elder Wan responded, yes, minor priest. Yo-un asked, about that favor I asked of you before, have you completed all of the preparations? Elder Wan confirmed, but of course. Outside, the warden spoke. Sir Pei, I've got a feeling they'll be out soon. This was Guillaume Ju, warden of the Cursed Sword Brigade. Sir Pei commented, they're taking quite a while. But it doesn't seem like they're gathering up forces to retaliate. Footsteps approached. Greetings, minor priest. He bowed. I am quite taken aback to see so many warriors surrounding our manor at the Flying Phantom sect. What is this all about? The warden apologized. Elder Wan, my apologies if we made you feel uncomfortable. But please, don't take this the wrong way. The Cursed Sword Brigade is not here to bring harm to the Flying Phantom sect. I have brought an order from our patriarch for the minor priest. The warden presented. The following is a patriarchal order for the minor priest. The warden read, we have received an urgent message from Zhejiang stating that the forces of the 6 Berserk Saber warriors are moving south to Fujian. The order continued. This army of men is at the command of the minor priest. Take them and rally with the forces of northern Fujian to stop the 6 Berserk Saber warriors. The tension built. The warden urged, this is a pressing issue, minor priest. As this is a patriarchal order, you must lead the Cursed Sword Brigade right away. Let us leave immediately. Yo-un understood. So he's planning to take care of me outside of cult territory. A follower trembled. He protested. Though then I will join as well. The warden shouted. You dare to speak up during the discussion of an order from our patriarch. Our patriarch has ordered the minor priest to go on his own. Our patriarch wants the minor priest to walk right into his trap. He thought, I get that he feels his power and authority are being threatened here, but to mercilessly kill his own child like this. The warden smirked. Now then, let us depart. The scene shifted near the demonic cult's mortuary. Something's been feeling a little off ever since they came back from retrieving the body. A few of the warriors and staff roaming around the cult just don't look like they belong. A voice stated, we will first clean the body, as we must present it to our patriarch. Alright, then. Wait, are you heading toward the incinerator? These are direct orders from our patriarch. Do not pry any further. Also, Sir Ma, I don't think that's what you should be focused on right now. Our patriarch ordered that we escort you straight to the Grand Hall the moment you arrived. The Grand Hall is never open unless there is a meeting to be had. It's been about 15 minutes since the Grand Hall meeting started. I suggest you hurry. Sir Ma asked. Wait, and what is this meeting about? It's about the dethronement of the minor priest. Sir Ma turned. There's no doubt he's on the minor priest side. But unfortunately, the minor priest won't actually be there. Sir Ma glanced. This was supposed to be a meeting regarding the minor priest's dethronement. Yet I don't see him anywhere. Damn it. And why is it that the only follower of his here is Elder Wan? The patriarch called. Come to the center, Sir Ma. Sir Ma obeyed. Yes, our patriarch. He bowed. The patriarch began. Now, Sir Ma, all you need to do is repeat exactly what you told me moments ago. Sir Ma knelt. Yes, our patriarch. The patriarch asked, is it true that you witnessed the minor priest Yo-un Qian ambush and murder second elder Ban Ji Zhang? Sir Ma protested. Our patriarch. The tension built. The patriarch commanded, Sir Ma, give me the answer I wish to hear. If not, the poisonous insect within you will explode. The patriarch asked again. Let me ask you one more time. Sir Ma, is it true that the minor priest Yo-un Qian murdered the second elder Ban Ji Zhang? Sir Ma answered. The minor priest did not ambush the second elder. He clenched. And the minor priest, the insect moved, did not kill second elder Ban Ji Zhang in cold blood. The patriarch decided, I suppose I have no choice. The patriarch flinched. Why isn't he reacting? Sir Ma finished. It was because the second elder used the demonic blood reaver. The impact came. Boom! The sound screeched. The minor priest merely took down the second elder for using the demonic blood reversal art. You dare to defy me, Elder Wan? I am not Elder Wan. The impact came. Shock spread. Dage the minor priest. The patriarch protested. And no, this can't be. What are you doing here, minor priest? Yo-un smirked. I'm here to succeed your reign, our patriarch. The scene shifted. The warden spoke. This should be far enough, warden. We're now about 45 miles away from the demonic cult. What are you trying to pull here? There's no point in resisting. The warden threatened. Minor priest, this is going to be your grave. The warden attacked. Now, die. Yo-un moved. Hey, I was wondering when you were going to finally bare your teeth at me. Looks like I was right all along. The battle continued. The warden questioned. So you really want to resist until the bitter end, huh, minor priest? Yo-un explained. Unfortunately, I'm not the minor priest. My goodness, I almost ripped off both of my skin masks just now. The warden questioned. Are you telling me that you've been pretending to be the minor priest this whole time, Elder Wan? Exactly, the warden protested. You dare to defy an order from our patriarch. The order merely stated that the minor priest go on this expedition. Nowhere did it order for him to die. The warden shouted. You dare to defy our patriarch. Arrest that traitor right this instant. We're heading back to the cult. The soldiers confirmed. Yes, sir. I don't know about that. You may have a lot of men, but I consider myself to be quite swift and elusive. Will you really be able to catch me? The warden replied. We know we're at least up against a Genesis master. You don't think we at least prepared that much? Oh my, I didn't expect this. Reverting to user's original voice. That's the minor priest. What's going on here? I could have sworn that was Elder Wan's voice earlier. So he used some deceptive sorcery. This is complete treason against our cult. I will not have this insolence, minor priest. Not only did you defy my patriarchal orders, but you dare to deceive me like this. Let me ask you something first, our patriarch. Why are you trying to dethrone me by falsely accusing me of ambushing and murdering the second elder? Falsely accuse, you say? The patriarch commanded. Sir Ma, the minor priest has defied my patriarchal orders. Arrest him immediately. Sir Ma objected. I cannot do that. Do you see this? The patriarch realized. Ragyo Ma, the head royal bodyguard's loyalty lies with the minor priest and not I, the patriarch. How can any of us trust his testimony? The patriarch observed. I can see that your priority is to keep the minor priest safe at all costs, Sir Ma. However, I'm sure you know that no sin goes unpunished. The patriarch ordered. Arrest the minor priest and the head royal bodyguard at once. The soldiers confirmed. Yes, our patriarch. Stop right there. The tension increased. A follower shouted. Out of my way. Ooh, what the hell? The followers attacked. You're not servants. Please go on, elder. My apologies for arriving late, but I had some important evidence to present. The patriarch realized. The demonic blood reversal art. The shock spread. There's no doubt about it. The second elder mastered the demonic blood reversal art. Does that mean Sir Ma was telling the truth? The patriarch exploded. Hi own pay, you useless bastard. I told you to make sure no one went into the incinerator. But now here Mu Wa is with the body. The action continued. The patriarch ranted. How can this be? I made sure to split up all of the minor priest's manpower. Then who on earth are those people? You got the timing just right, Hyo Bong. These are the forces that you don't know about. The academy may be currently shut down because of Sir Lee's arrest. But the ones left behind there aren't my followers. The fourth sword of Yo-un Cheon's 6 swords, descendant of the destructive axe sect, Sangwa Ho. Sangwa declared. No one's getting past me. The scene shifted. About 30 miles east of the demonic cult. The sound came. Ah. Stop right there. The movement continued. Elder Wan spoke breathlessly. There are just so many of them using the demonic blood reversal art at once. This is even quite the challenge for me. Huff. The enemy laughed. He. I can hear you getting short of breath, Elder Wan. There's no point in running away. The banner appeared. Elder Wan realized. The Saber sect and the Musician sect. Elder Wan admitted. I did not expect this at all. But at least I was of some help to you. That's good enough for me. The enemy taunted. He. It's over for you, Elder Wan. The movements came. Looks like we've got this rat cornered. Elder Wan decided. I'm going to die here anyway. I might as well ignite all of my energy and take down as many of them as I can. Elder Wan shouted. For the minor priest's glory. The energy surged. This is an order from our great demonic lord. The rumbling started. Charge. Wipe out those evil warriors using the demonic blood reversal art. The chorus echoed. Reversal art. Meanwhile, at the Grand Hall of the demonic cult, the Patriarch spoke. Minor priest, I can only assume this is your way of saying you want to fight to the death. Didn't you hear me earlier? Yoan replied firmly, I'm not just here to clear my name of these false accusations. I'm here to succeed your throne. The Patriarch raged. You insolent brat, all elders present, this is a patriarchal order. The Patriarch commanded, take down this traitor at once. The impact followed. The follower reacted. Lord, why? Why are you on his side? The narrator revealed. 4 hours ago, at the manor of the Saber sect in the northeast region of the cult. All it took was one word of distant whispering from Elder Bu to have this entire place surrounded with half of his entire force. They possess quite some defensive power. The Saber sect has control over the cult's forces that reside in the eastern region of Guangdong. The speaker continued, if I could get them to take action, they would be able to help out Elder Wan with taking care of the Cursed Sword Brigade. But I don't know how this discussion is going to go. A skin mask, huh? If he hadn't taken it off, I would have never caught on that he wasn't Elder Wan. He knew, I would have refused to meet with him if he had shown up as himself. He really planned this through. Putting our complicated relations aside, the minor priest does have a point about our patriarch's change in demeanor. The other elders noticed it too. It wasn't just me. He even cast away the minor priest, who could be considered the biggest asset out of anyone. There isn't much time left. Minor priest, you do realize that I could just report all of this to our patriarch and you would be dealt with. No one to notice. Yoan responded, I'm sure you could if you chose to do so. The more I get to know him, the harder I find it to deny that he's got true guts. Do you know why the 6 sects, despite being considered the foundation of our cult, bow down to the Qian bloodline? It is fire and the demonic spirit that we worship. It is the role of the patriarch to communicate with these forces. And it is the Qian bloodline that was chosen to fulfill this role. However, minor priest, what you are setting out to do is no different than wishing to destroy the heavens and have it crumbling down upon us. Fighting without a cause is like trying to walk without the ground under your feet. Yoan questioned, so you don't think I'll be able to handle the backlash that comes from my actions? If I'm being honest, yes. Even if we were to set our hostility for each other aside, it would be too much of a weight for us to bear to just blindly follow. Yoan interrupted. Then will this be enough? The energy swirled. The power intensified. Chief, is something wrong? I'm coming right in. Stop right there. No one, and I mean, no one is to enter this room. Minor priest, is that? The patriarch realized. How can this be? The elders are protecting the minor priest. The patriarch raged. You insolent fools. You dare to defy my patriarchal orders. The action began. The energy hummed. Someone gasped. Is that the demon sword? The patriarch reacted. This can't be. Why does the minor priest have that? How is he wielding that? The patriarch realized. So that's the reason why the elders are on his side, huh? The patriarch squeezed. No, this can't be. The patriarch panicked. His cannot be. The voice called. You can acknowledge this. The patriarch felt. This is all over. Break the sword. You must show everyone that sword is a fake. If not, you cannot run away from all of this. The advisor warned. Failure to deal with this situation will only lead to your demise, our patriarch. The patriarch thought. The moment I acknowledge that sword is real. The patriarch demanded. You suddenly claim to wield the demon sword. Do you truly expect me to believe that? I will look at the sword for myself. No, minor priest. Once our patriarch has his hands on the sword, who knows what could happen? Yoan responded calmly. Please see for yourself, our patriarch. That's right, hand it over. The moment I grab that sword, I'll weaken it with my internal energy and snap it in half. The energy crackled. The patriarch shocked. What on earth? Why, you used some petty spell on this sword, didn't you? How dare you? The power surged. The patriarch wondered. It's suddenly gone. That gargantuan black dragon I just saw. An illusion created by the sword. It's the real demon sword. The murmuring started. There's no doubt about it. Demon sword. That was the legendary black dragon that chooses its master. Its bones were made of blood, just like the legends say. It's time. Members of the great demonic lord's cult. Heed the demonic order. The follower gasped. The demonic order. Sir Ma. Why, you? Sir Ma declared. I, Ragio Ma, protector of the demonic order, am here to deliver the will of our demonic lord. The followers cheered. Eternal glory to the demonic cult. The patriarch said, enough, eternal glory to the demonic cult. Sir Ma announced, minor priest Yoan Qian, you have passed the test. And now that you wield the demon sword, you are now the successor to the title of demonic lord. A voice called, be our brother, please save Emi. That is the spawn of a mere servant. The patriarch continued, enough. Yoan knelt. I, Yoan Qian, descendant of the demonic cult, humbly accept our demonic lord's orders. A voice protested, Yo, you young master, if there is a way you can easily get rid of them. You've lost, to a mere pawn, no less. You've failed to protect me again. The patriarch turned. Don't you dare mock me. Sir Ma, what was your reasoning for pushing our reunion to an earlier date? As for that, recently our patriarch has become incredibly suspicious of me after he found out about the manual library's underground floor. I knew that it would be harder for me to move in secrecy from then on out, which is why I wanted to gather earlier. Our demonic lord, I'm sure you can tell, but our patriarch has been acting very strangely. He may be a cold man, but that doesn't mean he is completely heartless. Sir Ma continued, this might not make much sense, but there appears to be something wrong with our patriarch. Or rather, something about him has changed. Yoan asked, changed, is that so? Sir Ma explained, our patriarch is always talking to someone. And this someone is young master Yu Jun Qian. What do you mean? Our patriarch has been talking to young master Yu Jun Qian. Don't be ridiculous. You're referring to Yu Jun Qian of the sword sect, right? That can't be. The young master was killed by Great King Yin Hang during the war with the evil faction. To this day, he is still the leader of the evil faction. The narrator explained, Great King Yin Hang, and for the past 30 years, he has held a spot as one of the 5 greatest martial artists in all of China. 15 years ago, the moment our previous patriarch Inji Qian went missing, Great King Yin Hang invaded our cult's territory and waged war against us. This was the Battle of Guzao's Temple Plains, and was the very battle where Yu Jun Qian became one of the top 5 martial artists in all of China. Yo unquestioned. Wait, are you saying that our patriarch is speaking to a dead person? Sir Ma replied, I believe he is hallucinating. Ever since the battle to reclaim Zhejiang, our patriarch would stare at blank walls or dark spaces, and have conversations with someone that wasn't there. At first, I didn't think much of it because it had only been happening recently. But it's clear that something is eating away at his sanity. The follower approached. Oh, our patriarch, who are you speaking to? We are unable to see who you are speaking with right now. There is no one there. What, do you not see Warden Yu Jun Qian? He's standing right there. A voice laughed. Ha ha ha, my goodness, things have taken quite an interesting turn. The patriarch commanded, leave the grand hall at once. You do not deserve to be here. Enough with your insolence. Mouth off at me one more time and I will end you. Patriarch, there is no one. Master Yu Jun Qian has already passed away and left our sides. It's not too late to get treated by the head physician. The patriarch realized, I see what's happening here. You're all plotting against me and trying to frame me as a lunatic. Energy rushed forward. The patriarch declared, I will restore order to this cult. He pointed accusingly. Our patriarch. Someone grabbed him. It looks like my guess was right. I should have seen it during the battle at Zhejiang. The narrator explained. After coming down from fighting who appeared to be the leader of the 6 Berserk Saber warriors, our patriarch was in terrible condition. But I knew it wasn't just because of mere battle injuries. He was experiencing the side effects of performing the demonic blood reversal art. The energy rumbled. The patriarch raged. So it was you. You're the reason for all of this chaos. Learn your place. You're nothing but a mere pawn. And now, I'm going to end your life with my own 2 hands. He clenched his fists. Yo-un thought. So he's going to refer to me as a pawn until the bitter end, huh? I can only assume those are your true feelings. Yo-un commanded. Everyone, stand back. The followers confirmed. Yes, our demonic lord. He has all the reason to fight back. However, no matter how mentally and physically unstable our patriarch may be, he is still a mythical master, and one of the top 5 martial artists in all of China. The question arose. Will our new demonic lord be able to take him on? Energy crackled between them. The patriarch struck. Movement accelerated. He's already at a disadvantage with raw internal energy levels. Blades scraped against each other. Yo-un thought, if it wasn't for the demon sword, I would have been sliced in half just now. There's no denying that his level of power is a whole step above mine. The tension continued. Yo-un decided, there's no need to hide my divine demonic energy any longer. I'm going into this full force. Power erupted from his body. The observers reacted. Did he envelop his entire body with that energy just now? He's even stronger than the last time I saw him. The combat continued. Blades scraped. Energy wisped around them. The patriarch noticed. His sword energy is black. Did he amplify his powers? No, this is something different. Energy flickered. The patriarch realized. That demonic energy is making his sword energy that much sharper and stronger. A massive impact landed. Energy rushed forward. Demonic Lord's sword technique. He's so quick. The battle intensified. Blades moved rapidly. Weapons clashed repeatedly. Demonic Lord's sword art. He dodged swiftly. Weapons moved again. The Patriarch questioned, "Is this the demonic lord's sword art? I've only ever seen this through sword marks. I've never been able to master it because I couldn't figure out the breathing technique for it. How did this brat learn this art?" He slid backward. Weapons moved rapidly. Both swords clattered. "Our swords," Yoan commented. "Looks like we had the same idea." The Patriarch questioned, "What did you say?" "Hyo-bong," a follower screamed. "My lord," Hyo-bong shouted. "Here you go." The weapon was thrown. It slipped through the air. He reached out. The blade spun. It flew toward him. Yoan caught it. He gripped the weapon tightly. The tension built. The Patriarch mocked. "Ha! A black sword with your right hand and white saber in the left, huh? You think you can even compare with Elder Jinwen Mu in his techniques? How foolish." The attack launched. He swung powerfully. Energy blasts shot forward repeatedly. Yoan roared. Right, demonic lord's sword art. Left, technique of the berserk saber god. Weapons collided. Blades clashed again. Metals struck together. Energy crackled. Blades met once more. The Patriarch realized. This little brat. He has experience with sword whispering. Yoan thought, "I'll have to thank Sir Ma for this one." He smirked. Energy buzzed. Yoan strategized. Now that his energy is split into 7 swords, each attack is far weaker. An impact landed. Yoan decided, it's time to break the other 4 swords, then head straight for him. The Patriarch's weapons wobbled. The Patriarch reacted. Weapons collided. "Why, you?" He struggled. Metals clashed. His sword-whispering energy connection is being cut off. The followers observed. Our demonic lord can't miss this opportunity to strike. This must be because of his previous injuries. The Patriarch is getting weaker. This is my chance. He's unstable. An explosion erupted. The Patriarch flinched. Energy hummed intensely. Movement accelerated. The energy rumbled. The Patriarch panicked. "Don't you come any closer?" He swung desperately. He cried out. His blade cut through the air. Another slash followed. Destruction began. Things shattered around them. Someone shouted, Run away." Another voice ordered, "Everyone, stand back." More destruction. He clenched his weapon. Energy swirled violently. He swung again. The battle raged on. Blades whistled through air. He slashed wildly. Weapons clashed. Blades struck. The sound screeched. Something cracked. Yoan declared, "This ends now." He spun his weapon. The blade lashed out. He rushed forward. His sword cut through. Multiple impacts followed in succession. The Patriarch cried out. There's so much power in just the back of his sword. Power swirled. Blood sprayed. The impact came heavily. The Patriarch retched. Energy hummed. A follower observed. Our Patriarch could possibly be dead after this. He breathed heavily. You still have more work left to do. Energy wisped. The Patriarch retched again. Breathing continued heavily. Has our demonic lord won this battle? It appears so. He breathed hard. Have I been defeated? He muttered. Me. A voice spoke. This boy plotted an entire revolt against you. Are you just going to let him take victory? He struggled. Are you going to let these 6 sects get away with killing your beloved mother and wife? He went limp. The voice urged. Be rid of this traitor and behead his followers. Do not back down. You must restore order to this cult. As long as you do not back down. The voice revealed. The Divine Blood Reversal Vessel Art will be by your side. The Patriarch questioned. The Divine Blood Reversal Vessel Art. He grunted repeatedly. The narrator explained. Yu Zhang Qian, his mother. Han Zhang, was the adopted daughter of the previous sword sect chief, Ban Gang Zhang. Ban Gang's biological daughter, Yu Un Zhang, was unable to have children with the previous patriarch, In Ji Qian. But strangely enough, the moment Han was pregnant, Yu Un also became pregnant. As a result, Han took her place to give birth to a minor priesthood candidate for the sword sect. The previous patriarch declared, They are both my children. How can I only give one of them the opportunity? The narrator explained. That's how Yu Zhang and Yu Jun Qian were born. And through the previous patriarch's blessing, they were both acknowledged as minor priesthood candidates for the sword sect. But Yu Un believed that she was In Ji Qian's true wife. So not long after, Yu Un began to harass and belittle Han. Even before Han could breastfeed Yu Zhang, she had fallen ill and eventually passed away. Yu Un shouted, Your aunt, how dare you call? You will call me Lady Zhang. Yu Zhang responded, Understood, Lady Zhang. Yu Un continued, Me that. All you are here to do is help Yu Jun reach the position of patriarch. Remember that. Yu Jun apologized. Brother, I'd like to apologize on my mother's behalf. Yu Jun promised. I promise to become the minor priest and make sure this doesn't happen again. I'm serious, brother. Do you know how much I care for you? Yu Zhang replied, Thanks for trying to make me feel better. The narrator explained. Yu Zhang lived his life being scorned by everyone around him. The only light in his life was Yu Jun, who considered him a true brother. However, others mocked. PFFT. You really think the likes of you can join us? You're nothing but a child of a second wife who was just lucky enough to be born to one of the 6 sects. Go focus on serving your lord instead, you lowlife. The narrator continued. Even after entering the academy, he continued to be belittled by the other 5 sects. Yu Zhong protested. Why should I stand here and listen to this? The narrator explained. Yu Zhong had hope for the future. Yet he endured all of it with the belief that this would all get better once Yu Zhong became minor priest. His talents were far superior than the other minor priesthood candidates. But once Yu Zhong's true martial arts skills were realized, things changed. People whispered. He was able to pass the 5th examination in just 3 years. Whispers continued. Hey, Yu Zhong. He placed his hand gently. Don't call me by my name. He turned away. The narrator continued. From that point forward, the two had become distant. Yu Zhong knew it was his talents that resulted in him and Yu Zhong's broken relationship. So he chose not to train and lay low from that point on. When the other candidates were gathering followers, Yu Zhong didn't take anyone in. The narrator explained, but there was one individual who insisted on becoming his follower, even after being rejected multiple times. Bull Wi introduced himself. I am Bull Wi Yo, the minor chief of the Cursed Sword Sect. If you take me in, I promise that I will make you the next minor priest. The narrator explained. Yu Zhong knew that the Cursed Sword Sect was under the Sword Sect. So he had suggested that Bull Wi become a follower of Yu Zhong. But Bull Wi insisted until the bitter end that he would be Yu Zhong's follower. Then around the time the 4 years at the academy was about to be over, Bull Wi warned, Young lord, once you leave this academy, you must get rid of the other candidates immediately. Yu Zhong questioned. What? Bull Wi added. Also, the other young lords have banded together and plan to get rid of you first. Bull Wi revealed. It appears young Lord Yu Zhong is in on this too. The tension built. Yu Zhong protested. Don't be ridiculous. Why would Yu Zhong do that to me? He grabbed Bull Wi. Bull Wi insisted. I know of the location where they gather. You can see for yourself. The scene showed. Mujin asked. Is everyone here? Is everyone ready? In 10 days, it will be the day we graduate, as well as get rid of him. The narrator explained. This was Mujin Qian, previous minor priesthood candidate of the Shadow Sect. Count me out. I don't want to resort to such petty tactics. The narrator explained. This was Yu Qian, previous minor priesthood candidate of the Stealth Sect. What about you, Yu Zhong? Don't tell me you've changed your mind just because you two are part of the same sect. Yu Zhong replied coldly. Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I consider that spawn of a lowly surrogate even human. I'm in on this. Yu Zhong witnessed. Don't worry, brother. I'm always on your side. Yu Zhong protested. Yu Zhong, how could you? I considered you my real brother. Bull Wi asked. Do you understand now? You must get rid of them first if you want to survive, young lord. Let me ask you one thing. Why did you tell me this? Yu Zhong questioned. The Cursed Sword Sect serves the Sword Sect. Bull Wi explained. That's because we share the same bloodline, young lord. Your mother, Lady Han Zhang, was my aunt. Aunt Han even had a fiancé at the time. Yu Zhong reacted. What? Bull Wi continued. Before she was forcefully taken and adopted by the chief of the Sword Sect, she was Han Yo. But she had been taken away, merely because she was told she had to give birth to a minor priesthood candidate. In the end, she lived a miserable life before passing. Yu Zhong responded. Is that so? He trembled. Bull Wi explained. The tragedy of Aunt Han made all of us at the Cursed Sword Sect resentful and angry to the core. He clenched his fists. Yu Zhong realized. All of those years I was told that I lived a blessed life and should be grateful to the sect. Those were all lies. He shook. You're telling me that mother and I were merely pawns for the Sword Sect to use and dispose of. Yu Zhong questioned. But how am I supposed to take them down alone? Bull Wi urged. You must attack them first. Not only will you survive that way, but you will also avenge Aunt Han. Bull Wi revealed. There is a way you can easily overpower them. The scene shifted. Breathing grew heavy. Someone shouted. Damn it. Combat erupted. He slashed viciously. Blades moved rapidly. Multiple cuts followed. He glanced. Someone questioned. Is this the demonic blood reversal art? He groaned. Footsteps approached. Someone pleaded. Don't come any closer. He slipped. Water splashed. Screaming came. No, no. Bull Wi revealed. That's nothing like the silly demonic blood reversal art. He smirked. Yu Zhong shuddered. Brother. Please calm down. Let's talk this out. Please. He shuddered again. Bull Wi explained. This is an enhanced art created by order of the Sword Sect's chief. Blood dripped. It's a new art with reduced side effects that lets you stay in tune with your rationality. This is the Divine Blood Reversal Vessel art. Yu Zhong shuddered. Please spare me, brother. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done this. His heart pounded. Please. Another pulse. We're supposed to be brothers. His heart beat faster. So, please, spare me. I promise to never mention any of this to anyone. His pulse raced. Please. Please, brother. Bull Wi commanded. You cannot let him live. Kill him now. Letting him live will only bring trouble for you in the future, young lord. Yujong pleaded. Brother. Please spare me, brother. Bull Wi urged. You cannot hesitate, young lord. Energy rushed forward. Things crashed. Yujong flinched. Brother. I'm on your side, brother. The blade cut through. Screaming continued. Ag. Bull Wi repeated. You cannot let him live. Yujong struggled. Energy surged. An explosion erupted. Yujong flinched. Yujong declared. From now on, you will live like the true piece of scum you are. If I order you to bark like a mutt, you bark like a mutt. The narrator explained. The next day after murdering the minor priesthood candidates from 4 other sects and cutting off Yujong's arm, Yujong was arrested. The divine blood reversal vessel art was said to not have any side effects. And while Yujong was still in tune with his rationality, the after effects were severe. Someone entered. Son, Yujong, my son. Yujong heard voices. Why didn't you kill him? Why? Yujong protested. No, you're not my mother, the narrator explained. Only after adjusting his energy 5 times to calm down his mind was he able to suppress the after effects. On the 10th day of his arrest, Yujong was finally freed. The 4 sects went to the patriarch, demanding that Yujong be responsible for their loss of a minor priesthood candidate. But it was all dismissed with the opposition of the chief of the sword sect. Bull Wi spoke. I've helped you, just as I promised. You told me the divine blood reversal vessel art didn't have any side effects. Yujong confirmed. Yes, sir. Bull Wi continued. Now in return, you will stay quiet about you studying the demonic blood reversal art through the 2 shadow sword sects. The narrator explained. And not too much later. Yujong shouted. Don't come near me. Do you know how much I've suffered because of these awful hallucinations? Yujong decided. You share the same bloodline as mother, and you did save me, so I won't kill you. Yujong warned. But don't come near me ever again. Bull Wi smirked. It's just like dabbling in drinking and adultery. Once you start, you cannot stop. The narrator explained. 1 year later, the previous patriarch declared, you will be my successor to the position of patriarch. Yujong questioned. Why me, and not you, Qian? The previous patriarch explained. The position of patriarch does not merely entail sheer authority. Yujong reacted. Pardon. The previous patriarch continued. That child is weak. He cannot overcome the dangers that will come in the future. You must have a sense of duty and understand the gravity of your decisions. You must suppress the rage within you and only think of the future of our cult. The fate of 100,000 cultists lie on your shoulders. His heart beat. Yujong vowed. I vow to our patriarch upon the altar of our demonic lord, that I will devote my life to our demonic warrior cult. The narrator explained. That's how Yujong Qian officially rose to the position of patriarch. Yujong tried to keep his promise to the previous patriarch, Inji Qian, that he would suppress his anger. But the grudges that festered in his heart didn't go away so easily. Because of this, he wasn't able to show any affection to his wives either. Yujong thought, I must become stronger. I cannot rely on the head royal bodyguard's protection forever. The narrator explained. Because he had suddenly taken on this position, Yujong's martial arts skills were weaker than the elders of the cult. Whenever he had finished his duties as patriarch, he had used his remaining time to fostering his martial arts skills. However, he did have someone who lit up his life. Yanhua spoke. You look very tidy today. Yujong replied. It was just getting uncomfortable to change every time. I merely trained with my outer coat off. He turned away. Yanhua thanked him. For taking care of me, I wanted to say thank you. Yujong responded. Nonsense. What are you talking about? The narrator explained. She was just a servant who would strike up small conversation just because she thought he was cute. Yanhua was always smiling at Yujong. And eventually, he had completely fallen for her. Anything she did put a smile on his face. Anything she said made his heart flutter. She was like a ray of sunshine to Yujong. A few months later, Yanhua revealed, Are you saying that you're pregnant with my child? I understand this is against the laws of our cult. I promise to leave the city and live a quiet life. I'm so sorry. Yujong protested. Leave. There's no need for that. Stay by my side. I will protect you and our child. The narrator explained. After that, Yujong had a meeting at the Grand Hall to reveal that Yanhua was pregnant with his child and that he would be marrying her. But the opposition and uproar caused by the sect chiefs was nothing like this cult had ever seen. Only once the previous patriarch came out of isolation to mediate the entire situation did everyone finally come to a compromise. It was decided that Yi and Hua would not live in the patriarch's quarters, but would have a home prepared outside of the quarters. The narrator continued. Although it wasn't a big or flashy home, Yuzhong would happily visit every day. He had hoped that this happiness would last forever. But the more attention that Yi and Hua and Yuan Qian received, the more jealous the ladies of the other 6 sects had become. And this jealousy led them to physically harass Yi and Hua. Then one day, Ji Qian, the previous patriarch, came out of isolation and suddenly went missing. The cult sent out forces to find him, as well as prevent any information about this from spreading. But in the end, the evil faction's great king, Yi and Hang, caught wind of this and led him to bring a huge army to invade the cult in Guzhou. No one was able to stop great King Yi and Hang and his fighting spirit. This led to Yuzhong having to come forth himself as the patriarch. This war went on for nearly 6 months. 2 elders, as well as Yuzhong's half-brother, Yuzhong, had died in battle. The narrator continued, but the moment he was about to go to war, Yi and Hua became ill and fainted. Yuzhong grabbed her. "Are you all right? I'm so sorry. I promised to stay by your side and protect you." Yi and Hua reassured him. "There's no need to worry about me. You go on ahead. The head physician takes great care of me. I'll be able to overcome this illness in no time." "Yes, I'll be waiting for you," Yuzhong promised. "I will." Yuzhong said goodbye. "Be back soon," the narrator revealed. In this moment, Yuzhong had no idea that this would be the last time he ever saw his beloved Yi and Hua. Weapons clashed repeatedly. Yi and Hang struggled. The patriarch retched. Yi and Hang mocked. "Hey, I expected more from a patriarch. You're nothing compared to Ji Qian. Thanks to you, I'll be writing a new chapter in Muram history. From now on, people will recognize me, Great King Yi and Hang, as the master who took down the demonic cult." He laughed. Yuzhong panicked. No, I can't lose. This is the one thing I didn't want to have to use." He clenched his fists. He pressed something. Bones cracked. Yi and Hang flinched. The narrator explained. Yuzhong suddenly burst into a rage, charging at Yi and Hang like a wild beast, leaving Yi and Hang no choice but to retreat. By having Yi and Hang surrender, Yuzhong took the previous patriarch's title as one of the top 5 martial artists in all of China. However, what awaited Yuzhong back home was the tragic death of his beloved wife, Yi and Hua. The narrator continued. Zhang Yu Beck, the head physician, stated that the cause of death was microtoxins. Yuzhong flipped the entire cult upside down to find the culprit, but never found them in the end. On top of that, he had been driven even further down the path of despair by the after effects of the divine blood reversal vessel art. Even during his beloved Yi and Hua's funeral, he locked himself up into isolation training, fighting the hallucinations and extreme migraines that came from the art's after effects. Yuzhong groaned. I was. He breathed heavily. "I was too late," the narrator explained. Yuzhong relived his rage and sadness over and over. It was all because he didn't want to lose his child. Until the walls of the training rooms were covered in his blood. But despite his mental state, he still pushed through to hold on to his sanity. He was afraid. Once he had come out, Yuzhong was a completely different person. Winter had come, and he was finally able to let himself out of isolation. His stoic face was still the same, but all anyone could feel was a cold aura from him. And he was cynical towards everything in the world. The only thing left on his mind was Yuan Qian. Yuzhong thought, there's no doubt the culprit is within one of the 6 sects. Who was it? Yuan could have been in grave danger if Yuzhong continued to neglect the wives of the other 6 sects. They prevented the child from learning martial arts. Sir Ma reported, Lady Hua went before the ladies of the other 6 sects, vowing that she would not let her child learn martial arts. Yuzhong realized, that means, the child is already in danger. Sir Ma confirmed, that is correct. According to the head physician, young Lord Yuan Qian is already poisoned with microtoxins. Yuzhong trembled. Just to protect our child while I was at war. What do I do from here? If it were up to me, I would just rip them all to shreds right now. That day, Yuzhong made a promise to himself. He promised that he would completely change the demonic cult to ensure that the 6 sects did not have the power to become the foundation of the cult. He clenched his fists. He wished to take in Yuan right away to protect and care for him. But he knew that doing so would make it even harder to find the culprit that killed Yi and Hua. Even though his heart felt like it was being torn to shreds, he realized he needed to use Yuan as bait to protect him and ensure he didn't suffer the same fate as Yi and Hua. Yuzhong thought painfully, this is all my fault, my child. The narrator explained. Then 10 years had passed. The day of the academy entrance ceremony arrived. Footsteps echoed. He couldn't hide his nervousness. Yuzhong spoke. At this academy, you will hone your skills and become the driving force behind our cult. He turned. He tried his best to not look at the child, knowing that his heart would become weak. But he just couldn't help himself during this occasion. He recognized him the moment he saw the child. He could feel tears welling up after seeing that he looked so much like Yi and Hua. He turned away, the narrator explained. His emotions were bubbling up so quickly that he had no choice but to turn away immediately. Yu Zhang ordered, "So Sir Siop Mang has taken a liking to the child. Tell Sir Li about this and make sure he doesn't intervene." Then Sir Ma confirmed, "Yes, our patriarch." Yu Zhang thought, "I can't bear to watch my son fail the first and second examination." Sir Ma reported, "That is correct. I will dispatch bodyguards to take watch of the infirmary." The narrator explained, after 2 months, right before the third examination, the sword sect had finally taken the bait. And the proof was in the prisoners of the Million Sword Sect, one of the forces of the 2 shadow sword sects. They broke their promise of ending all research of the demonic blood reversal art. Yu Zhang had ordered Siop Mang to arrest all of the members of the Million Sword Sect. On top of that, he had given him permission to kill anyone who resisted. Then 3 years later, an unknown faction had taken over Zhejiang, causing major trouble for the cult. As a result, Yu Zhang decided to form an alliance with the righteous faction to take down this unknown enemy. Yu Zhang thought, "I need to solve this issue before my child leaves the academy." The narrator explained, Yu Zhang was in a rush, worried that this could result in a big war, just like the one that happened 15 years ago. He was afraid that the same thing would happen again. He couldn't bear the thought of not being able to protect his loved ones again. The martial artists of the 6 Berserk Saber warriors were stronger and more dangerous than anyone the cult had ever encountered. When the Elder's forces weren't enough to end things, Yu Zhang took things into his own hands and went to battle with Sir Ma. Yu Zhang was unable to defeat him. It made him feel like he had returned to his days as a weak, young boy who struggled to reach the level of mythical master. Yu Zhang had already lost his footing in battle in just over 10 fighting forms. The leader spoke. "It's not you." Yu Zhang had no idea what that was supposed to mean. Shortly after, he launched a final attack to end Yu Zhang, but in that moment, Yu Zhang envisioned Yi and Hua and Yo-un in his mind. Yu Zhang panicked. "No, if I die here, my child will end up alone again. Not my child. I cannot leave him to be alone in this world." The head physician's warning echoed. "Our patriarch, you told me that you were seeing hallucinations for a month after using that art. I must suggest that you refrain from using it ever again. If you do, I cannot guarantee that the after effects will subside as easily as they did this time." Yu Zhang decided, "But I have no choice." An explosion erupted. He twitched repeatedly. Yu Zhang roared, "I refuse to die here," the narrator explained. In the end, Yu Zhang used the divine blood reversal vessel art again. And his memories had been completely erased from his mind. Our patriarch, are you all right? Our patriarch." The patriarch flinched. Sir Ma responded, "Yes, our patriarch. It appears the enemy has retreated." The patriarch questioned, "What's going on? Why can't I?" He grabbed his head. "Remember anything?" Yu Zhang spoke. "Oh, no. It looks like you've overexerted yourself again. What were you going to do if you fainted from exhaustion? So please don't wear yourself out like this." The patriarch wondered. Yu Zhang continued, "I'm always on your side. I vow to our patriarch upon the altar of our demonic lord. That's right. The only person who can make this cult right is you, brother, our patriarch." The previous patriarch's words echoed. Yes, the position of patriarch does not merely entail sheer authority. You must have a sense of duty and understand the gravity of your decisions. "I'll be waiting for you." The patriarch thought, "I must be the one to bring balance to our cult. You're nothing but a mere pawn. I must bring balance to our cult once again." Someone observed. "His eyes are completely bloodshot. Wait, is he going to use the demonic blood reversal art here?" Bull Wi smirked. He. It's a good thing I riled him up through distant whispering. "I want you to completely lose yourself. Get rid of the minor priest and the chiefs of the 6 sects and complete your duty. No, I want you to go even further and turn this entire place into a bloodbath." Bones cracked violently. Someone shouted, Run away." More cracking. Another cry. "Ah!" Cracking continued. The patriarch tore through. Someone shouted, "Run." Yo-un commanded, "Nano, show me where those rock fragments are going to fall." Nano responded, displaying estimated target areas. Rocks crashed down repeatedly. Yo-un slid. Followers thanked him. "Thank you, our demonic lord." Yo-un ordered, "Hurry and evacuate to somewhere safe." The patriarch raged. "Those who betray me will face certain death." A massive explosion struck. Energy rushed. Yo-un grabbed him. He jumped. Yo-un commanded, "Nano, begin." Nano confirmed, "Understood." Yo-un thought, "With my right hand, I'll send an electric shock to his 100 meetings point." Energy hummed. "And with my left, I'll infuse my internal energy into his jade hall point." Electricity crackled. His heart pounded. Energy vibrated. The patriarch fell. Yo-un thought, it's a good thing I analyzed Ban Ji-Jong's corpse through a replay of his energy resonance. Energy wisped. Sir Ma spoke. I've never revealed this. But up until now, I've kept watch and protected you many times, our demonic lord. Yo-un realized, I still can't believe it. He didn't see me as a pawn, but as someone he wanted to protect. I'll have to hear the truth directly from him. He glanced. Energy rushed. He grabbed. Yo-un demanded, who are you? The figure trembled. You. Was that the swift clone technique? Who is this and what was that mysterious energy he used to stop the divine blood reversal vessel art while it was charging up? Yo-un demanded. I said, who are you? He squeezed. Oh, our demonic lord. That is Bull Yo, the chief of the Cursed Sword Sect. Yo-un realized, the Cursed Sword Sect. That's one of the 2 shadow sword sects that work under the Sword Sect. Yo-un recalled, be rid of this traitor and behead his followers. You must restore order to this cult. Yo-un questioned, that's what you said to our patriarch through distant whispering, isn't it? What's wrong? Are you shocked that I could hear you? You were the very one accusing me of treason. Now you want to feign innocence. Buldu, I panicked. This can't be. He could hear my distant whispering. Buldu, I thought, this isn't good. One wrong move and this plan could be completely exposed. He glanced. I need to hurry and tell the rest. Yo-un stopped him. Buldu cried out. He struggled with distant whispering. Yo-un questioned, who said you could speak? Buldu, I thought, damn it. I need to get them out of the city. Buldu sent a message. Our plan has failed, Warden Yo. And no, he jolted. Buldu commanded. There's no choice. Warden Yo, prepare to fight to the death with the minor priest. In the meantime, we'll take care of things here and retreat. He turned. Energy rushed. Weapons clashed repeatedly. Hi-on Pei, Buldu urged. We have no other choice. An explosion erupted. Yo-un responded. You should know that this wouldn't work. Energy surged. He can still move even after I suppressed his 100 meetings point and Jade Hall point. Attacks landed repeatedly. Energy rushed past. He moved rapidly. Yo-un spoke. He's different. There's no doubt that he's using the demonic blood reversal art, but his eyes aren't turning red. Is he flowing his energy through a different path? We've all got tricks up our sleeves. Do you really think we taught the true divine blood reversal vessel art to the Patriarch Sword Sect? And the only downside here is that this state only lasts for about an hour. Someone warned. Wait, our demonic lord. Someone questioned. Is this why you attacked him? Take him down now. He rushed forward. Energy burst. An explosion followed. Multiple impacts landed. Energy whistled. He swung wildly. Blades cut through repeatedly. Weapons clashed. A powerful impact landed. His body is rock hard. I may only have 1 hour. But that's just enough time for me to end you. Energy spiraled. A follower warned. Our demonic lord. Watch out. The blade cut. Blood sprayed. Yo-un commented. It's just 1 arm. Don't be such a baby. What? Yo-un continued. Don't worry. You can still survive with just a head and torso. Well, you're sick. You think I'm going to let you get away with this? Energy surged. Blades cut repeatedly. Limbs rolled. How? His body pulsed. He breathed heavily. Damn it. How is he so strong? Is this the end? This can't be. At least I bought enough time for Warden Pei to retreat. Now I can kill Mies. Hi-on Pei. I've caught him, our demonic lord. Just as you ordered. The tension built. Yo-un commanded. As your demonic lord, I command you. Take down all of the warriors of the Cursed Sword Sect and the bodyguards. If any of them resist, you are free to kill them. The followers confirmed. Yes, sir. I hope you don't put up any futile resistance. Someone thought, damn it, I didn't expect the wardens to be subdued so easily. Someone questioned, what should we do now? You guys are connected to each other, huh? Someone commanded, I'll handle this side. You take care of the heavenly demon. Another agreed. All right. Someone thought, I must do whatever it takes to get past the Grand Guardian and kill the heavenly demon who's currently defenseless. A air burst sword. You underestimate me too much. Go Wanghyun warned. Tisk. I already told you not to put up a futile resistance. Warriors questioned. But why are the sect leaders attacking us? Did something go wrong? Someone explained. The acting heavenly demon ordered for the spies to be killed if they resist. There's no need to be merciful. I surrender. I'm not a spy. Buldu, I thought. Damn it. To think the plans I went to such great lengths to prepare would fail so pathetically. Buldu, I remembered. If the envoy that received that person's message arrives, the 100-year grand plan that our sect has been prepared for so far will start. Do you understand that, Bulwi? That person finally appeared in my generation. Buldu, I thought. But the grand plan that was prepared for over 3 generations became useless. Buldu, I taunted. You probably think that this is your perfect victory, don't you? He laughed. Even though we weren't able to kill you and the remaining executives, I'll bring your royal bodyguards to the afterworld with me. Who do you think are the people who are looking after the imprisoned right and left guardians? Bull Wi revealed. Cuckoo. With that last signal, their cuffs would have been dropped to the cold ground now. Yo-un responded. That's all. Bull Wi reacted. What? The narrator explained. At the same time, at the Heavenly Demon Divine Cult's Southeastern Underground Prison. H.W. Myung worried. I can't believe the Heavenly Demon gave such a command. What on earth is happening outside right now? Is that person in the wrong? Siop Mang replied. It's not just us. The elders who are the young Heavenly Demon's helpers might have also been imprisoned. More importantly, he might be in danger right now. One more try. He's been trying to push out the long needle that's blocking his cycle gate point that's suppressing his internal energy since just now. I guess it's not that easy to do it. He breathed heavily. A guard noticed. What are you trying to do? Shit. They're onto him. H.W. Myung questioned. You're a guardian, for heaven's sake. Can't you just endure being tied up a little? Siop Mang retorted. What? He breathed hard. Fucking nerd. Are you still trying to pick a fight in such a situation? He breathed. Just sleep if it's too much for you. Siop Mang responded. Bastard. The guard observed. To see it. They were just quarreling with each other. Movement began. The guards reacted. What? Don't tell me you guys. The leech who goes there? You. The guards recognized. Go Wang Hul. Someone yelled. Bastard. Guards commanded. Intruders. Take them down immediately. Hey, Wang Hul, it seems you still don't realize the situation you're in. Let's go. Baek Gi. He laughed. Are you ordering me around? It seems you don't understand what it means for 3 sex elders to be helping me. You should be worried about yourself now. Boldu, I thought. Things can't go on like this. Compared to living and getting tortured. He's only sparing my life because he wants to find out who the perpetrator behind this is. I'd rather reverse my energy, cause it to explode, and end my life. A follower warned. Young Heavenly Demon. That man. Bull Wi struggled. Cuckoo. It seems you're trying the same thing again. He coughed. It's meaningless. Bull Wi warned. Don't be too happy that you're out of the current crisis. There exist places that our sex powers don't reach. Light from his hands. I already told you, it's meaningless. He struggled. Bull Wi screamed. Oh. Yo-un questioned. It worked, huh? Bull Wi reacted. How am I still alive? Yo-un asked. So, what did you say about your sect just now? Bull Wi cursed. Damn it, the narrator explained. After the battle was settled, the 4th elder, Ya Jiam Zhang, and the 6th elder, Mong O, led all their forces and headed to the manor of the Vengeance Sword Sect. They thought it would be hard for the Vengeance Sword Sect to escape if they destroyed all the doors of the estate as they charged in based on the state of emergency. However, by the time they arrived, the Vengeance Sword Sect's manor in the east was already burning down. The narrator continued. 3 days later, Elder Mong reported, although we managed to suppress the fire of the Vengeance Sword Sect, there were no other survivors. Most of the corpses were incinerated, so there were only traces of them left. We're assuming that all the remaining people took their own lives. It seems they've made thorough preparations so that they could get rid of remnants at any time. Yo-un questioned. How's the investigation into Yo Bulwi and the Sword Demon sect going? Elder Mong reported, the Left Guardian has been interrogating Pei Hyon and Yo Bulwi personally, but there haven't been many results. Moreover, all the people within the Sword Demon sect who are related to the Vengeance Sword sect have been discovered as corpses. Everyone who has the blood of the Sword Demon sect flowing in them has been arrested. The battle squads under them have all been disbanded and are on inactive duties. And among the Guardian Pavilion's warriors, 14 of them have been discovered to be from the Vengeance Sword sect. It was only 5 people on paper, but they added 9 more recently. Yo-un responded. I see. Someone knocked. Yo-un called. Let him in. The announcement came. Heavenly Demon, the 11th Elder would like to seek your audience. Elder Wan entered. Elder Wan greeted. I, Wan Yi, the 11th Elder, pay my respects to you, Heavenly Demon. I came because I have something to report to you. Yo-un questioned. You're back already. She's using a different human face mask. Elder Wan replied. Hoo-hoo. How could I be resting when you're working so hard for our cult? Yo-un asked. Is this in regards to the pursuit? Elder Wan explained. 3 days ago, as we cleaned up after our battle with the Vengeance Sword Sect squad, we realized we were lacking 3 to 4 people's corpses, including the Vengeance Sword Sect leaders. Elder Wan continued. Thus, we dispatched a pursuit squad and used the Darkness Sect's information network to perform a search in the Fujian province and the Yangshi province. And today, we received a letter from the Fujian province's northern branch. Yo-un asked, did they find the corpses? Yes, they discovered their traces, asked the Wuan branch for reinforcements, and continued the pursuit, but all of them went missing during the pursuit. My apologies. Yo-un responded. It's alright, that can't be helped. Let's continue with the next topic. Thank you for your generosity. In the north of the Fujian province, Wumen Village. The narrator showed the map. Nanping City, Lingda City, Sanming City. Yo-un concluded. They must have gone over to Zhejiang province. Elder Wan confirmed. That's what we think as well. Yo-un questioned. Was my guess correct? In the banquet with the Murom Alliance, the Guardian Pavilion was in charge of inspecting the wine bottles. That means the Vengeance Sword sect. Yo-un concluded. There's a high possibility that the Supreme Saber of the Six Gates sect is involved. Yo-un asked, Grand Guardian, you said that the Vengeance Sword sect was a sect that we took in from the outside world about 60 years ago, right? Sir Ma confirmed. Yes, it was when the Supreme Heavenly Demon was in his prime. He defeated them, converted them to our cult, and made them a part of us. Yo-un wondered. I don't understand. Why did they wait for such a long time? The Supreme Saber of the Six Martial Arts sect only appeared in the Murom for 1 month. The time gap between the timing of their appearances is way too big. Yo-un recalled. Don't be too happy that you're out of the current crisis. There doesn't exist a place our sect's powers can't reach. Yo-un realized. When he said your sect, I doubt he was referring to the Vengeance Sword sect. The way to get him to speak would be. Yo-un decided. Oh. Sir Ma questioned. What's the matter? Yo-un commanded. Grand Guardian, get ready. We need to go see the demonic physician, the narrator explained. At the Heavenly Demon Divine Cult Inner Medical Pavilion. The demonic physician greeted. I pay my respects to you, Heavenly Demon. Yo-un responded. Great job, demonic physician. The physician replied. Not at all. I was just fulfilling my duty as your main physician. However, because I was lacking in my medical techniques, it's hard to find out the details of what exactly happened. I deserve to be punished. The patriarch struggled. I am sorry. His wife's name echoed. Wyon. Yo-un thought. I wanted to know about his truth and what he was hiding, but to think it'd turn out like this. Yo-un spoke. Please don't blame yourself. I'm here for other reasons today. Yo-un asked. Have you finished analyzing the drug that was previously discovered in the banquet hall? The physician confirmed. Are you talking about the one that had opium poppy in it? I have completed the analysis. But, why do you ask? The announcement came. The Heavenly Demon is entering. Everyone greeted. We pay our respects to you, Heavenly Demon. Another chair beside the Heavenly Demon's throne. Elder Bu thought. Before this, we had joined hands with you and acknowledged that you were the Heavenly Demon because of the situation. But now, that has been settled. You didn't think that we would just provide help to you without wanting anything in return, right? No matter what happens, we'll definitely get the most out of you right here. Yo-un sat. Someone observed. Ish Heavenly Demon, that seat. There aren't any other seats. Could he have injected his energy into the throne while touching it just now? Oh, how reckless. Let's hold it in for now. Right now, making revisions for the positions of the elders is top priority. Sir Ma announced. We'll begin the meeting now, then. The first agenda is. Sir Ma continued. Wait, the third elder would like to participate in this meeting. Before we talk about the agenda, let us discuss the details of the Heavenly Demon inauguration ceremony. Elders reacted. Heavenly Demon inauguration ceremony. What? An elder protested. Grand Guardian, I disagree. This wasn't a part of our agendas. Another agreed. That's right. How could something that wasn't on the agenda be suddenly brought up for discussion? Another elder added. It's not too late to discuss the inauguration after the current Heavenly Demon wakes up. What a pathetic look. The three sects are watching the reactions of the other sect leaders. He's different from the current Heavenly Demon, who became the Heavenly Demon just because of what the Supreme Heavenly Demon said. He has slowly built up his power and support, starting from when he was in the Demonic Arts Academy. On the other hand, we have lost half of the 6 great sects. The Poison Sect has been completely annihilated, the Sword Sect and Shadow Sect have been disbanded with their members split across other places. Sir Ma questioned. So, only the 3 of you have objections, right? It was worth the effort persuading Mong O after the elders meeting yesterday night. It wasn't that hard after he found out that young Master Qian is the acting Heavenly Demon. Elder Bu thought, damn it, if this happens, we'll lose out in terms of voting power among the senior elders. Are we only left with the choice to trust the small sects? Sir Ma asked, does anyone among the sect leaders support their objections? Small sect leaders responded, we, too, agree with the 3 elders. Shit. Hoo-hoo, how foolish. Do you guys think you still have the same influence even when the acting Heavenly Demon, who has absolute authority, is here? There's no helping it, then. Elder Bu protested. Heavenly Demon, there are due processes in our cult. Now that we know the current heavenly demon has been incapacitated by our enemy's tricks, it would be right for us to wait until he has awakened before proceeding with the official inauguration. Someone observed. He's trying to hold on to the current heavenly demon, huh? Prolonged internal strife would do us no good, though. The acting heavenly demon must be pretty upset. Another elder argued. The demonic physician said that the current heavenly demon's condition has not improved at all. I know what the three of you are getting at, but since we don't know when the supreme saber of the 6 martial arts sect will invade our territory, we can't possibly just leave the position of the heavenly demon empty, right? Elder Bu countered. That simply emphasizes my point. Our leader is still the current heavenly demon. If the demonic physician can't cure the current heavenly demon, then we'll ask the divine physician for help if we have to, and follow the procedures after he's recovered. If we're going to ignore the procedures in regards to the abdication of the heavenly demon position, then there would be no reason to have the Grand Pavilion meeting. Someone thought, are they still not willing to give up their own interests even in such a situation? He's probably trying to buy time so that he can recover the influence that the 3 sects used to have. Elder Bu declared, I will now take my leave. I won't be attending any Grand Pavilion meetings until the current heavenly demon has recovered. The crowd murmured. Make sure they can't leave. That's actually better, since we now know very clearly who our enemies and allies are. The narrator explained. On the same day, at 9 p.m., Elder Ya spoke. I can't believe they reached out first and invited us to negotiate. Elder Bu, your strategy worked. Elder Bu replied. I can't believe that most of our requests were also approved. It's going so smoothly that I'm afraid it could be a trap. Elder Bu warned. It's probably not a trap, but there's one thing to be careful of, the food and drinks. Elder Ya agreed. Yes, there's no harm to err on the side of caution. Yo-an arrived. Sorry for being a little late. The elders greeted. We are eternally grateful to you for preparing such a wonderful feast for us. We pay our respects to you, heavenly demon. Let me offer you a drink. Elder Ya thought. I guess they didn't do anything to the food. We can enjoy this small banquet now. We need to first get the positions of the 1st to 3rd elders, which are empty right now. Since that will allow us to control the military and internal affairs of the cult, we must get those positions. Elder Bu thought. To think we'd be splitting the vested interests of 6 elders among 3 of us. This is actually better. Elder Bu thought. Even the heavenly demon position that has been monopolized by the Shadow Sect and Sword Sect over the recent 100 years could possibly end up in our descendants' hands. Elder Ya thought. Fu, he must be wary about our power, seeing as he's prepared such high-quality food. Oh, to think we're being served freshly cut and cooked beef. I am excited to taste it. Ha 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 ha. It would have been nice if we could have had a meeting like this before. Then, should we start the negotiation? Before that, why don't you try a delicacy? Elder Bu questioned. A delicacy? Yo-an explained. It's something I tried before, a famous delicacy in Beijing. Since we've decided to have an amicable relationship, I will treat you myself. An elder realized, he's serving the cow's heart raw. Yo-an explained. It's good even when you just eat it with a bit of salt, but if you eat it with the sauce I made, it'll feel much more like a delicacy. Elder Ya exclaimed. Oh, this is a dish I haven't seen in a while. Someone thought, he's eaten all sorts of things. Elder Ya commented. Tilda, as expected. It really is a delicacy. I thought it'd be odorous, but it's actually quite plain. Elder Bu thought. It isn't to my tastes. Yo-an clapped. Let's start that negotiation. Elder Bu thought. Finally. We don't know how much he'll accept, but you'll have to reap as much as possible from this, Elder Bu. Yo-an asked. A negotiation is about meeting the needs of both parties, no? Now, since you've had a taste of the delicacy, before we start, I'd like to tell you my conditions. Elder Bu agreed. I understand. Please speak. Yo-an began. First, let's get rid of the existing tradition that is the 6 great sects. Elder Bu reacted. Yo-an interrupted. I have not finished speaking. Elder Bu replied. All right. Yo-an continued. Second, let's reorganize the traditional power ranking system for elders. And we'll instead determine the rankings of the elders based on their martial power. An elder stammered. Ish heavenly demon, what are you saying? Yo-an continued. Third, in our cult, no sects can have more than 1 armed group, and the groups outside of them will be reorganized under the cult's troops. The elders shouted. What? Elder Bu demanded. What are you up to right now? Yo-an replied. I'm telling you my conditions for an amicable negotiation. An elder yelled. Is this amicable to you? This is no different from you becoming enemies with us. Yo-an explained. In order to avoid that, I've come to an open space outside of the palace, without any guards, and only brought attendants and the Great Guardian, as you requested. An elder argued. Do you think you're making sense? The conditions you've laid out are taking away all the power of us 3 sects. Elder Bu threatened. Heavenly Demon, right now, outside of the palace, us 3 clans have all our forces on standby. Are you aware of this? These forces make up 20% of our cult's power. Yo-an confirmed. Yes, since that was the condition you offered for this negotiation. Are you saying you'll be able to handle not only the Blade God's 6 martial clan, but also the forces of justice and the forces of evil without them? Sir Ma warned. Elder Bu, you dare threaten the Heavenly Demon? Yo-an sighed. Phew, as expected, it's hard to have a civil discussion with you guys. Kneel. The elders groaned. There's a pain in my lower abdomen. My heart is suddenly, what in the world is happening? I can't move my inner chi. An elder realized. The pain went away after we kneeled? Someone stammered. Oh, what is this? What have you done to us? Yo-an revealed. A snake's poison. Perfect for people with heads as rotten as yours. An elder stammered. A snake's poison. Yo-an confirmed. That's right. I dosed the cow you ate with a snake's poison and it poisoned the heart. Elder Ya screamed. Ag! Someone called. Elder Ya, what's wrong? Yo-an explained. Seems like you tried to raise your inner chi and get rid of the poison after the pain calmed down. Don't think you can remove the poison that easily. Yo-an continued. That poison was created by the Heavenly Demon God himself. The Heavenly Demon is the only one who can control it. You'll die a painful death. If you don't follow my orders or threaten me, an elder realized. It's the Heavenly Demon God. We've been fooled. Yo-an added. Ah, that's right. I forgot about the 4th condition. The elders stammered. Fourth condition. Yo-an stated. I want a tribute in return for accepting you as my subordinates. For the sake of our amicable relationship, I want to receive the wives of the 3 sex patriarchs' right arms. The narrator explained. At the chambers of the Lord. Yo-an thought. I thought they'd have at least some self-respect as elders. I guess they value their own lives more. Elder Ya didn't have to spill any of his relatives' blood because hidden sex Lady Ya is already dead. If I could, I'd kill all of them right away, but if it comes down to it, he'll also probably do anything in order to save his own skin. Yo-an continued thinking, but considering our cult's current fighting force, the best way to deal with them would be to control them with the GU poison and split up the fighting forces of those 3 sects. Was this what the former lords had to think about as well? If one can't get rid of internal enemies because of the fear of reduction in fighting force, then only one answer remains. I must grow our cult's fighting force to be powerful enough that they're not needed. Yo-an decided. I'll groom new martial masters and purge them. That won't take too long. My lord, it's time for you to start wearing the formal robe. Yo-an responded. It's already time, huh? The narrator explained. At the Heavenly Demon Divine Cult Inner Fortress Grand Assembly Pavilion. The crowd murmured. A guard ordered. Please stand further back. Someone protested. Hey, how am I supposed to go any further back from here? Another added. We also wish to see the new ruler of our cult at a closer distance. The crowd cheered. The guard explained. While I understand what you mean, it's dangerous, so please maintain a certain distance. Someone observed. I think it's starting. Baek Ji spoke. To think he'd go from being my liege to being the cult leader. I'm really touched by this. Wang Hul agreed. You're right. It feels like it was just yesterday when the fight of the young lords at the Demonic Arts Academy took place. But, it's really unfortunate for Hyo Bong. Someone explained. He would have liked to see the inauguration ceremony up close more than anyone. He was really excited when our liege's inauguration ceremony was decided, but he's feeling really sad now that he has to watch it from afar. Another agreed. He must be very sad since he really wanted to see the inauguration ceremony up close. Well, it can't be helped since only wardens and above are allowed to be on the stage. The announcement came. The inauguration ceremony will be starting. Everyone, please be quiet. Someone noticed. But, who's that? Another recognized. I think I've seen that person before. Someone realized. Hyo Bong. The observers relaxed. We were worried for nothing. Another agreed. You're right. The ceremony master called. Followers of the great Heavenly Demon Divine Cult, greet the Heavenly Demon Authority. The crowd chanted. Heavenly Demon Divine Cult. May the Heavenly Demon live for 1,000 years. Heavenly Demon Divine Cult. May the cult last for eternity. The ceremony master announced. The great Heavenly Demon Divine Cult's Heavenly Demon inauguration will start now. Yo-an walked forward. The followers congratulated. Cult leader, we congratulate you from the bottom of our hearts. Congratulations, cult leader. From now on, I really can't address you as young lord. The cult leader is my disciple. Kukuku, brat. How long do you intend to hang that over my head? I'm jealous, though. Yo-an thought. Mother, I finally have the power to make all the culprits pay for their sins. I'll change our cult in order to make sure that no such tragedies will happen again. The crowd roared. That's the Lord. Whoa, The ceremony master announced. Qian Yuan, who is to become the 24th cult leader, received the heavenly demon authority. Yuan declared, I, the bloodline of the great heavenly demon divine cult, Qian Yuan, receives the heavenly demon authority. The ceremony master commanded, give him the torch. Yuan called, my first subordinate, Hyo Bong. Hyo Bong responded, yes, sir. He trusted me regardless of the situation. Hyo Bong spoke emotionally, see cult leader, congratulations to you, I will never forget this moment for eternity. Yuan replied, the same goes for me. Hyo Bong declared, my liege. Yuan recited, I offer my life to the sacred flame and have no lingering attachments to life or death. I will shine light on the path that I walk and abandon all happiness and sadness. The crowd repeated, I offer my life to the sacred flame and have no lingering attachments to life or death. I will shine light on the path that I walk and abandon all happiness and sadness. I pity people who live their lives with worries. I pity people who live their lives with worries. The ceremony master declared, by the heavenly demon authority, I bestow the title of the heavenly demon onto Qian Yuan, the current lord and the young lord. 24th cult leader, Qian Yuan, received the crown. He sensed, what's this? I sense the presence of a normal person who doesn't know martial arts. Escort Zhang appeared. I'm sure Lady Hua is also smiling in the heavens right now. Young lord, my lord. Congratulations. Yuan realized, Escort Zhang, my subordinates have prepared the best present for me. Yuan thanked him. Thank you. The crowd celebrated. Heavenly Demon Divine Cult. May the Heavenly Demon live for 1,000 years. The narrator explained, that was how the second generation Heavenly Demon and the 24th cult leader was born. This is how it was recorded by the Baekro historian sect, who records the happenings of Central Plains Muram in the future. This was the day that the demon god rose in the Heavenly Demon Divine Cult. The narrator explained, as the cold winter passed by, spring came for the 10,000 great mountains. Time flew, and it has now been 3 months since Qian Yuan rose to become the cult leader. There have been a lot of changes within the Heavenly Demon Divine Cult so far. The narrator continued, the first change was the approval of the policy that each sect could only have one troop and the rest of their fighting forces would belong to the cult. There were some objections, but it was greatly supported because everyone's strength would now be equal. Yuan stated, life is about survival of the fittest. And so, skills and strength are of utmost importance to us. The narrator explained, as per his speech, the sect leaders who are each sect's representative are to possess either a troop or a squad depending on their ranks. That's supposed to give the small sects an opportunity, and also to make sure that the existing high-ranking sects work hard so that the small sects won't catch up. The focus on strength doesn't stop at just the sects. 2 months after the cult leader's coronation, a great opportunity appeared because new elders were to be chosen. It was a tournament meant to not only choose new elders, but also to decide what ranks the existing elders would have. The narrator continued, the minimum participation requirement would be to have attained the ultimate supreme peak. Originally, one would need to reach the evolutionary level in order to become an elder, but due to it being unlikely that there would be new evolutionary level martial masters in the first tournament, they lowered the requirements. Because this tournament wasn't just made available for people within the cult. There were a total of 45 people who met the requirements and registered. There are martial masters that stay hidden this whole time. The narrator explained, among them, 32 of them passed the preliminaries. And the first among them was Mong Mu, the first son of Mong O, the Dream Sword sect leader. Everyone was surprised that there were 2 evolutionary martial masters in a single sect. Mong Mu proved himself to be the most talented person among the last batch of students from the Demonic Arts Academy, and had gone to war for 5 years at the southern front of the Guizhou province, where wars frequently broke out. The narrator continued, as he experienced countless life and death situations in battle, he had gained enlightenment for his martial arts. The second person was Henan province's eastern branch leader, Yang Danhua. He, who attained the true evolutionary level, was originally from the main cult, but had moved to the Henan province because he loved the battlefield. He lost interest in the front lines that had gotten quiet due to an alliance with the Orthodox Muram alliance. But the appearance of the Supreme Saber of 6 martial arts sect is said to have piqued his interest again. And, the last and third person is someone the Grand Guardian had recommended. Sir Ma reported, my lord, please give Xiao Diang of the historical sword sect who has been banished to Hainan Island for 15 years a chance. Yuan questioned, banished for 15 years. Who's that? Sir Ma explained, he's someone that most of the elders know. The historical sword sect was originally a sect that recorded the history of our cult. However, the shadow sect continually interfered with the history records. He eventually couldn't take it anymore and led a night ambush on them with his whole sect. But they failed in that ambush because of the spy that the Shadow Sect had planted in their sect. Sir Ma continued. The Shadow Sect leader found out about the ambush, didn't wish to lose any of his people in a fight, and reported it to the cult leader pavilion. Xiao Diang was extremely loyal to the cult since he was in charge of recording history, so he surrendered to the warriors of the Guardian Pavilion immediately. The 6 great sects insisted on beheading him, but the Supreme Lord intentionally didn't cripple his martial arts and banished him to Hainan Island so that he could use him as his sword to deal with the 6 great sects in the future. Yuan decided, alright, I'll use my authority as the cult leader to lift his banishment. Order the Guardian Pavilion right away and send him a message. Sir Ma confirmed. Yes, sir, the narrator explained. And so, Xiao Diang finally returned to the main cult while waiting for the cult leader's orders for 15 years. Just like how the later waves of the seas would push the existing ones out. Along with the birth of the Second Lord, a new age came for the Heavenly Demon Divine Cult. The tournament for the elder positions took place, and all of the rankings were completely changed. The narrator continued. The Shadow Sect and Sword Sect disappeared. The Saber Sect leader, Bu Qiaoliang, who was sure that no one could be his match, lost in the second round and wasn't able to enter the higher ranks. Xiao Diang of the Historical Sword Sect defeated Yin Moa, who had learned the Sword Demon's 24 demonic sword techniques and took the position of the First Elder. As Xiao Diang spent 15 years in banishment, he continued to grind and improve his martial arts, and managed to reach the ultimate evolutionary peak. The narrator listed the rankings. Second Elder, Demonic Lotus Sword Sect, Yin Moa. Third Elder, Demonic Dragon Palm Sect, Moon Yin. Fourth Elder, Northern Sun Martial Sect, Yang Danhua. Fifth Elder, Saber Sect, Bu Qiaoliang. Sixth Elder, Dream Sword Sect, Manga. Seventh Elder, Secret Phantom Sect, Wan Yi. Eighth Elder, Dream Sword Sect, Mong Mu. Ninth Elder, Warrior Dance Sect, Sima Yi. 10th Elder, Hidden Sect, Ya Jiam Zhang. 11th Elder, Sound Sect, Hang Soyu. And Jiyu Choyang of the Nine Gates Sect was chosen to be the 12th Elder due to the excellent results he's shown despite not having attained the evolutionary level yet. The narrator explained, a great change occurred for the first time in 500 years. In the tournament meeting, Qian Yuan had suggested a shocking proposal, which was to change the elder rankings via a tournament every 5 years. That would cause the current elders to have to keep improving themselves, and it was also meant to send a message to the rest of the sects to tell them that they could one day become an executive as well. The competing system didn't just happen for the elders. The narrator continued. More Inner Fortress Guardians were trained and split across the 6 Swords troop, and the 6 swords that were under the Guardian Pavilion were made to compete with each other. Although the warriors of the 6 Swords troop were mainly filled with the subordinates that Qian Yuan took in when he was in the Demonic Arts Academy, the Guardian Pavilion's leader was someone that all 6 swords agreed on. That person is Ho Jinchang, a former martial arts instructor of the Demonic Arts Academy. Most of the places within the cult experienced changes, however, the Guardian Pavilion was the only place that remained unchanged. That is because there has been no precedent of the tradition being broken since the times of the founding Heavenly Demon. And within 3 months, there was a fierce fight with the Supreme Saber of 6 Martial Arts Sect. There was news that the Supreme Saber of 6 Martial Arts Sect had gathered their forces at the border between the Fujian and Zhejiang provinces. The narrator continued. Therefore, the First Elder led the 5th, 10th and 11th Elder to fight against them, and the battle had turned out to be a small one even though they were expecting it to be a big one. According to the information from the Darkness Sect, the Supreme Saber of 6 Martial Arts Sect has closed themselves up tightly, and so they aren't expecting any huge conflicts for the time being. In case of emergencies, the 4 eldest had decided to station themselves in the north to watch over the situation. Yuan thought, the Supreme Saber of 6 Martial Arts Sect was pretty helpful to us this time. It's the perfect opportunity to split up the forces of the 3 sects that are within our cult right now. The narrator explained, and, 1 month ago, the envoy of the Orthodox Muram Alliance delivered a letter from the alliance leader. It was to congratulate the new cult leader for ascending the throne, and to inform of the delay of the Muram tournament which they invited the demonic cult to participate in, which was supposed to take place early in the new year. Sir Ma reported, the current Muram Alliance is trying to prevent most of the information from leaking, but it seems the Supreme Saber of 6 Martial Arts Sect has also planted spies in their alliance. Yuan observed, they must be having a tough time, then. Sir Ma agreed. It's hard to root out those spies, since they have countless sects in their alliance, unlike our cult. The narrator explained, other than those events, Qian Yuan asked the demonic physician to make the drugs that the spies of the Supreme Saber of 6 Martial Arts Sect used so he could use it to make Yo Bulwi and Pei Hyon talk, but it took some time to procure the opium poppy, and thus that plan had to be delayed. And although the demonic physician and countless other physicians treated the Supreme Lord, Qian Yuzhong, for more than a month, no one knows when he'll wake up. The narrator continued. Qian Yuan had thought of calling the divine physician for help as a last resort. Sir Ma reported, the result of our investigation only helped us to find out the location that we must bring the jade plaque of the divine physician to. But, that place is in the abandoned Sword Valley of the Hebei province, which is in the territory of the Wudang sect and Yegel clan. That's a sticky predicament we have. We might have forged an alliance with the Orthodox Muram Alliance, but since the divine physician is said to be able to cure all patients except the ones who are already dead, I'm sure that there are many people within the Muram Alliance who are after the jade plaque as well. Sir Ma suggested, how about sending a small number of elites secretly? I'm referring to dispatching martial masters that aren't known to the outside world. The narrator explained, and so, the second elder, Yin Mawa, the six swords Ho Sangwa, and Baek Ji were temporarily transferred to the special dispatch squad. Yin Moa was perfect for this role because he normally uses an older-looking human face mask when he's acting as the second elder. And, one of the agents in the Darkness sect who has been dispatched to the Orthodox faction's territory as a spy from time to time also joined them to be their guide. The narrator explained, in the present, at the cult leader pavilion training ground. Someone struggled. How could this be? He's too fast. The fighter cried out. Is he really not even using half of his internal energy? Someone observed. The Lord has gotten even faster. But what's with that unique footwork? It looks simple at first, but as he uses internal energy and the wind god's stride as well, it's hard to guess what his next movements are. It'd probably be hard even for them to see the Lord with their eyes. I must wait for the right time. I'm sure that an opportunity to attack will arise. The fighter decided. Now, Yuan moved swiftly. They reacted in shock. How could he become so frighteningly powerful as time passes by even though he doesn't use his abilities daily? How is this happening? What's this martial art that he's using? It's totally different from existing martial arts and is actually more like physical techniques. The mixed martial arts that uses boxing, wind god stride, and taekwondo is about 75% complete. Yuan thought. I'm starting to be able to control my strength properly. It was a good idea to ask Nano to analyze the blood reversion divine art and use it on my body. I understood just how weak I am when I fought strong opponents. If I want to become stronger, I need to improve my existing abilities to the highest possible level. Oh, Sima Chok. Are you alright? Are you hurt anywhere? I'm alright, my liege. You're truly incredible. We won't be able to defeat you with just the four of us. Yuan reflected. I'm still a long way from the mystic realm, though. Someone reacted. The mystic realm. Yuan explained. Yes, I'm trying to achieve enlightenment via meditation every night, but I'm not even getting a sense of it. Elder Wan arrived. I pay my respects to you, cult leader. Yuan greeted. Elder Wan reported. A member of the Darkness sect that's in the Hebei province has sent us a message. Yuan questioned. From Hebei province. Did something happen? Elder Wan revealed. The special dispatch squad that was sent to look for the divine physician has gone missing in the abandoned Sword Valley. The narrator explained. 10 days ago, a voice thanked them. Thank you, let's go, a villager explained. Once you get past the forest over there, you'll see the valley. There's nothing you need to thank me for. I simply told you where you can go to seek death. Tisk, tisk. I already told you that going into that valley when it's foggy is basically suicide. Someone agreed. All right, the sign appeared. Abandoned Sword Valley, no entry. The further we go into the forest, the more I can sense a resonation that feels like the energy of swords. Shall we follow that resonance? I'll take the lead from here. The followers agreed. Understood. Screams echoed. The narrator explained. About 20 days later, at the Yellow River. Hio Bong exclaimed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. It's really huge. Wow, is this the Yellow River? Yang Danhua thought. To think my first mission after becoming an elder isn't a fighting mission, but to be a guide in the Central Plains. Well, if I don't do it, the Grand Guardian will have to do it. Yang warned. My liege, once we cross the Yellow River, we'll be in the Orthodox faction's territory. Yang continued. People probably won't be able to recognize you since you're using a human face mask, but you might still face dangers, so you need to stay on guard. And, if we go down there, we'll see a ferry. Since it's a place where a lot of people gather, we need to hurry up. Hio Bong exclaimed. My liege, I'm taking a boat for the first time in my life. Moon Gyu agreed. Actually, me too. Everyone in the Sixth Sword Troop really wanted to tag along. It's a pity they couldn't come. There's no choice since we need to move secretly. Hio Bong reflected. Especially for someone like Go Wanghul, who's large in size, he'll definitely attract attention. Moon Gyu agreed. True. Haha, come to think of it, Go Wanghul looked very anxious and restless. Is he that worried about Baek Ji? Warden Moon, you didn't know, huh? What do I know? You'll find out later. Hoo, both of them are so naive. Yang thought, to think that Hyo Bong would be an aide to Ho Jinchong, the leader of the Guardian Pavilion. But, this is definitely a unique situation. In a sense, he's of a higher rank than the 6th Sword Troop Warden. Although the ultimate peak isn't a weak level, it's hard to imagine that this is who the cult leader chose, since he usually chooses people based on how strong they are. He's definitely very loyal, though, since he never rested for 10 days and kept tending to the cult leader. Yang observed, Warden Moon is wearing a human face mask that covers her face right now, but she's definitely a woman beautiful enough to cause the downfall of a country. On top of that, her martial prowess is exceptional to be ranked number 2 in the 6th Sword Troop. However, the most surprising person is still the cult leader. The second heavenly demon in the history of our cult. Yang continued thinking, it's unbelievable that he's not even 20 years old, yet he has disbanded half of the 6 great sects and also saved our cult from crisis twice. He definitely possesses higher martial prowess than I do. It's great that I'll be able to see his true value with my own eyes this time round. The narrator explained. Sailing across the river, Qian Yuan and his party arrived in Hebei, then rode horses for 5 days by switching horses in between to move without rest. Fortunately, there weren't any big problems since Yang Danhua had served as a branch manager in the northeast side of the Henan province. The narrator explained, at the northwest Hebei province near the abandoned Sword Valley. Yang observed, it looks like it'll rain soon. Hyo Bong spotted, my liege, there's an inn over there. Yang suggested, my liege, I think we'll have to rest in that inn today and move again early tomorrow morning. They said the abandoned Sword Valley is between those peaks. These mountain peaks look pretty tough to cross. Yang, although, with the martial prowess of Elder Yin, Baek Ji, and Ho Sanghua, I don't think they'd lose to anyone easily. I'll find you guys soon. Please be safe. The sign showed, Tongyuan Inn. While it's not a huge inn, it has everything that's needed. Yang thought, shit, we have moved so far while trying to avoid orthodox martial artists as much as possible. But to think we'd meet Taoists from the Wudang sect of all people here, this is troubling. To think that the Wudang sect, which is among the top 3 sects of the 10 great sects in Orthodox Muram, is here. Although the cult leader is currently wearing a human face mask, if the Orthodox Muram Alliance finds out that he's on the move, we don't know what they might do. We need to be careful here. Yang reported, cult leader, there are quite a lot of Orthodox martial artists here. Yang continued, most of them are just nobodies, but those Taoists over there are from the Wudang sect. What should we do? It's very tough to conduct a search in the valley with such weather. Yuan commanded, maintain your facial expression. It'd be better for us to avoid any conflict in the Orthodox faction's territory if possible. Let's keep a low profile. It suddenly started raining. Yang observed, it seems that Hyo Bong and Moon Gyu are nervous. Compared to them, I heard the cult leader is in the Muram for the first time, but he's so calm to the extent that I have no idea what he's thinking. His boldness is truly extraordinary. The innkeeper asked, will you only be dining here? Do you have any empty rooms? The innkeeper apologized, do you not have any rooms left? Oh, I'm sorry. Ho. Can't you tell that from the packed inn and this wet weather? I do have one room. You can rent it if you're okay with it being a little cramped. Yang thought, I can't possibly let the cult leader sleep in a place like that. Oh my, it seems there aren't enough rooms. Ho. Taoist Mu, are you thinking of giving them your room? Mu Jinja spoke, your customers seem to be in a pinch. How could I not give up my room, as someone who practices Taoism? The innkeeper announced, that's great, then, Taoist Mu Jinja from the Wudang sect over here is saying that he'll give up his room for you. Thank you for your help, Taoist Mu. Mu Jinja replied, not at all. There's a saying that friends can be found anywhere in the world, after all. Mu Jinja observed, it seems like the 3 of you are heroes that have learned martial arts. It's only right for me to do this much to help out fellow martial artists. Yang thought, he seems to think that we're orthodox martial artists. You're in a pinch because of the young master that you serve, right? Please feel free to use the room that I've offered. Yang and others reacted in shock. Yang thought, so that's what this is, huh? It seems that since Hyo Bong's martial prowess looks the weakest to him, he thinks that he's my liege. Hyo Bong thought, that Taoist guy is weird. Our leader, could he be a pervert like Elder Wan? Cult leader, since the Scarlet Jade plaque that would allow us to meet with the Divine Physician is with the Special Dispatch Squad, I think we should prioritize looking for them first as we search the abandoned Sword Valley. Let's hope that the rain stops tomorrow. The innkeeper predicted, it'll probably stop early in the morning tomorrow. Ho. It's been 30 years since I settled down in this place. This isn't the rainy season. This much rain is pretty much just a temporary shower. Hyo Bong reacted. Oh, That's great, then. The innkeeper questioned. Are you guys also thinking of heading into the abandoned Sword Valley? Most of the people stopped talking after hearing the mention of the abandoned Sword Valley. The innkeeper warned, I'm just saying this out of concern. Please don't go into the abandoned Sword Valley. Those people who went into it recently haven't come out so far. The innkeeper continued, I'm just advising you to not do anything reckless. How strange. We didn't get any reports of other people that went into the abandoned Sword Valley going missing other than the special dispatch squad, though. Yang asked, Old sir, could you tell us more about it? The innkeeper explained, not too long ago, some martial artists like your group came by. People saw them going into the valley, but no one saw them coming out alive. What would a mere old inn owner like me know? The innkeeper warned, in any case, don't say I didn't warn you. There'll certainly be fog after the rain stops. Please return to where you came from instead of going into the valley and dying an unnatural death. Yang thought, since there are a lot of people listening to our conversation now, let's ask the old sir about more details separately later on. Yang suggested, Cult leader, please rest after finishing your meal. Yo-un agreed. All right. Nearby, others whispered, Jinja. I think something happened to that person. Wouldn't the inn owner know something about this? Let's not rush to conclusions here. Someone thought, it seems like something did happen in the abandoned Sword Valley. The inn is filled with distant whispering techniques. It's still too early to tell what happened. There's no way the vice sect leader would be defeated so easily. We'll be conducting the search as planned. This is strange. Is it because they don't have the item? I doubt that. I came here in the past, but no one died from us not having the item with us. Someone suggested, in that case, could it be that something happened to the divine physician? Another questioned, do you not know who's protecting the divine physician? Someone agreed, right, that's true. There are too many people here. If the rain stops in the middle of the night, I think we should depart right away. Yo-un thought, that item that they're talking about must be the Scarlet Jade plaque that allows one to meet with the divine physician. The divine physician is definitely in the abandoned Sword Valley. But why did Elder Yin and the dispatch squad go missing? What on earth happened in the abandoned Sword Valley? While I'm worried about their well-being, I think it'd be best for us to recover from our fatigue tonight so that we can move out tomorrow. The room that the Wudang sect gave us will be used by our liege, and we'll... Wait a minute, Hyobong explained. The innkeeper says that the room is cramped, so I don't think it's right for the three of us to use the same room. Of course, our liege should use the room alone. I don't think it's correct for the two of us to, use a cramped room with a woman. Hyobong suggested, wouldn't it be better for Moon Gyu to use the same room as our liege and to act as his bodyguard as well? Moon Gyu protested, what are you talking about? Would it be better for someone to be with our liege instead of leaving him to rest alone? Alright, Warden Moon Gyu will stay with our liege. Moon Gyu stammered, do we wait, that? Hyobong rushed. Let's quickly go to our room, then. Hyobong announced, the #1 vassal of the cult leader, Hyobong, has prepared the chance for you too. Please have a great night, he. That brat. Moon Gyu thought. We've stayed in the same room when we were in the Demonic Arts Academy, but why is my heart beating so fast? I think I need to think about sutras to calm myself down. Yo-un asked, shall we go in? She reacted, yes. Moon Gyu observed, I think they made a mistake, cult leader. Yo-un questioned, Moon Gyu explained, there's only one bed. I'll go and ask them to change the room for us. Yo-un called, Moon Gyu thought, it's so nerve-wracking. When one is left alone in an isolated space with the one they like, they get this nervous, Whatever the case is, it's not right for us to sleep on the same bed together. I guess the double-bedder room is the one that Taoist Mu gave us. She knocked. I can feel Hyobong's presence in the room, but why isn't he answering the door? She called, Hyobong. She knocked louder. Hyobong opened. What's the matter? Moon Gyu explained, I think the room that our liege should be using is the wrong one. There's only one bed there. Hyobong questioned. There's only one bed there. Hyobong reacted. Oh, I see. Moon Gyu warned. Hyobong, that face you're making right now looks so suspicious. Hyobong apologized. But, I'm sorry. This room only has one bed as well. Moon Gyu accused. You're lying. Hyobong insisted. I'm not. There really is only one bed. That's why I have to sleep on the floor. Sir Yang is sleeping right now. Do you want me to wake him up? Moon Gyu decided. Forget it. Hyobong thought. Hoo-hoo. You'll be thankful to me later on. I'll let this slide just this once, aid Hyo. Yes, sir. He. Moon Gyu panicked. What should I do? Her heart raced. My heart's beating so fast. I can't bring myself to go into the room. Yo-un asked. Well, did they say they'd change the room for us? And no. Their room only has one bed as well. Alright. Yo-un suggested. Come in for now. Yo-un decided. Moon-gyu, you take the bed. I'll be taking the lotus position for meditation tonight. You'll sleep on the bed. Moon-gyu questioned. Pardon? Moon-gyu wondered. What's happening here? Moon-gyu thought. Oh, right. Is he being shy right now? Even though he's usually very bold and cool-headed. Does this mean that he likes me too? But still. Yo-un commanded. Go to sleep quickly. Moon-gyu agreed. Really? All right then. She moved. Are you going to keep wearing the human face mask? All right, Moon-gyu explained. I told you, didn't I? You need to apply adhesive to human face masks every day. She applied it. This reminds me of when we first met. It probably started from back then. Moon-gyu asked. What do you think of me? Cult leader. Yo-un stammered. Moon-gyu thought. How clumsy. Since he never received affection after his mother died, he's probably shy with such expressions. After we first met, I've been thinking of you since then. Her heart pounded rapidly. Yo-un spoke. Moon-gyu, her heart beat faster. Nano reported. The user's heart rate is increasing rapidly. The hormone level is rising. Yo-un commanded. Nano, mute. It's around midnight, so everyone should be asleep. Yang reacted. Huh, the old man's not here. Yang observed. Seeing as the blanket's a mess, someone must have been here. Yang decided. The rain's a disturbance, but I'll have to extend my senses. Where did he go? Yang noticed. The stable. Yang realized. Someone's here before me. Yang questioned. Huh, is that the orange jade tablet you need in order to meet the divine physician? I'll have to wait until they're done talk. Yang reacted in shock. I can't believe it. I thought he had never learned martial arts, but he's an expert. Expert enough for me to never have noticed. The innkeeper spoke. I wasted too much time earning this one thing. Now, shall I start the rat hunt? The innkeeper spoke. You're quite quick to catch on. My back was sore from walking around bent over all the time. I feel much better thanks to you. Yang demanded. Who really are you? The innkeeper replied. As you can see, I'm the owner of the inn. Yang protested. Nonsense. What is it, a mask? He attacked. A strong attack. The innkeeper laughed. Ha ha ha. Yang breathed heavily. The innkeeper taunted. You sure are trying. Did you really think those empty husks would help you? The innkeeper mocked. You've just created more corpses instead. Yang questioned. Do you really think so? How ostentatious. Yang wondered. Which one's the real one? The innkeeper declared. Well, it seems like our little game's over. Yang struggled. The innkeeper commented. What a shame. The innkeeper threatened. I'll send you to the afterworld. Lord. Yo-un thought. He's not just an ordinary inn owner. I see the reason he attacked near the inn was to call him out. I thought he was just a young fool. Was he just hiding his powers? Yo-un questioned. Who are you? The crowd murmured. The innkeeper spoke. You've saved yourself. Yang questioned. Where do you think you're going? Yo-un warned. You can't chase him, my lord. Yo-un wondered. Who is he? Considering that I can't tell what level he is at, he's at least the same level as me, or perhaps higher. Yo-un spoke. I've added pressure to the wound. Let's go inside and get it properly looked at. Yang thanked him. Thank you, my lord. Yuanshi Tianjun. What happened? Yang explained. We were ambushed. I was gonna look after my horse. When the inn owner, that old man, murdered a man. People reacted. Murder. Someone called. J. Janju Nim. What's happened to him? He was supposed to obtain information from the inn owner. Another questioned. Over there. Are you certain that the inn owner killed Janju Nim? I saw it with my own eyes. When you were all about to come out, he ran off toward the valley. The item's gone. We must catch him. Others confirmed. Yes, sir. Yuanshi Tianjun. Why has this happened? The old man I knew for years was a master of martial arts and also killed a customer. All I wanted to do was ask for some information, but we almost ended up as corpses. The bleeding seems to be bad. I'll be going inside. Of course. Did you see? Yes. It's definitely a mask. It was a bit messed up from the downpour. Perhaps they're the ones that attacked the old man and the customer. The dead man had a sword injury to his forehead. I don't think so, but they're both axe users. Something's happening again in the abandoned Sword Valley. The narrator explained. The following dawn, at the Tongyuan Inn. Seems like the Wudang sect ascetics sneaked out early in the morning. Is it because of what happened last night? I really did not know. I'm serious. A month ago, he disappeared for about 5 days and came back. I thought something was a bit off, but he always had a bad personality, so I just let it go. 5 days, huh? That's probably the amount of time it took to make a mask using the old man's face. Another added. Senior. That's the same time period when our contact with him was cut off. I guess we should hurry. Seeing as they left in a hurry, this might be related to the man mentioned before. I assume we'll discover something anyway since they're probably headed toward the abandoned Sword Valley. Then, I'll get the horses. Go ahead, Hyobong teased. Give it back. I wish you luck in your love, my lord. I'm not sure we're going the right way. He breathed heavily. The grass is too overgrown for us to ride our horses. I've been keeping my senses alert to detect any presences, but it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Nano reported. Map creation is 5% complete. The progress is way too slow. Ah, are we supposed to turn right here? Yo-un corrected. No, go left. Hyobong confirmed. Yes, lord. At least we won't get lost thanks to Nano. Yang questioned. Did you feel that too? Huh, a resonance. Something seems to be near. We'll go see. Yes, sir. Which direction would that be? It's like a sharp spirit. It's getting stronger. Lord, I smell blood. We must be close. Let's hurry just in case. They're the ones that chased after the old man last night. Did they come across him? Lord, I think they're the same people we saw last night at the inn. It hasn't been long since their deaths. When they were chasing after the old man, it was raining. Considering these bloodstains, they died after the rain stopped. Yo-un commanded. Nano, analyze. Nano reported. According to the analysis of the blood's coagulation state and the hardness of the muscles, I assume it's been about an hour since they died. If it's been an hour, then that's not long. But the villain is probably far away by now. There were definitely 3 people in the group, though. Where's the last one? Considering their martial arts levels, he could not have successfully escaped. Lord, there are footsteps from 2 people. I think they were left behind because the rain has not fully dried yet. And the footsteps are headed. It's where we can feel the resonance. Let's follow it. All right, the narrator explained. Later, the footsteps are gone now that we're on stone. We won't be able to track them anymore. Hyobong exclaimed. Woo-ah, I never knew this place existed. A mountain. Is it made of rocks? This must be the direction the resonance is coming from. Huh, but how can that be? Yo-un reacted. What? Another follower warned urgently. There's a cliff right in front of you. You cannot step any further. Yo-woon stopped abruptly. Ah! The followers reacted with alarm. Whoa! It's super deep. If we're not careful, the followers shuddered. The more I look at it, the more I shudder. Yo-woon thought. The sword was probably meant to symbolize that he's the best there is in swordsmanship. Lord, take a look at that. There are a bunch of things underneath the word. The follower noticed. Those are swords? Yo-woon understood. I get what the cause of the resonance is. He explained. The energy coming from the word on the stone was influencing the swords, creating sound waves. He observed. The word looks like it's been there for a while, but there's still energy remaining, he thought. Even the evolutionary realm is not good enough for this. A follower sensed. Lord, I feel a presence nearby. Yo-woon asked. A presence? The location is near the stone wall. Yo-woon agreed. He's right. He wondered. Why from there? Adjutant Hyobong responded nervously. Hyuk? Why yes. Stay alert and follow quietly. Is this where the divine physician is, perhaps? They discovered the area. There are a lot of caves. Yo-woon thought. It's likely that most of them are fake. I'll have to heighten my senses. Over there. I sense the same, but there's a problem, Lord. We'll have to jump over, he thought. But the gap seems to be at least 3 meters wide. Hyobong's only at the ultimate peak level, and Moon-gyu's at the peak level. It's too far for them. With just one mistake, they'll fall to their deaths. Yo-woon asked, do you think you can take Hyobong and jump across? The follower nodded. Yo-woon turned. Moon-gyu, do you think you'll be able to jump across? Moon-gyu considered. I think this much should be doable. Yo-woon offered awkwardly. If it's too much, I can jump across with you in my arms, he stammered. Please. I mean. Moon-gyu nodded. Yo-woon announced. I'm gonna jump. Hold on tight. Moon-gyu agreed. Sure. Okay. Hyobong requested. Please take good care of me. He laughed nervously. I don't feel like hugging another man. Get on my back. Hyobong accepted. Then, excuse me, Hyobong screamed. Hyuk. They landed safely. Hyobong breathed heavily. Phew. I thought I felt my heart stop. What is this smell? It smells like something burnt. Yo-woon commanded. Nano, can you tell what this is? Nano reported. Analysis complete. It is gunpowder made of 75% nitrate, 10% sulfur, and 15% charcoal. Yo-woon questioned. Gunpowder? That exploding powder? He sensed. I can definitely feel a presence in there, he thought. It's dull, but I can also see a shaking ray of light. Something feels wrong, the follower asked. What should we do, my lord? He instructed. Just wait here for a bit. Yo-woon commanded. Nano, night vision mode. Nano confirmed. Activating night vision mode on the user's eyes. Yo-woon moved forward carefully. He observed. I can see someone far away. He commanded. Nano, Zoom in. Nano responded. Understood. Zooming in. Yo Woon reacted with alarm. What? He's the last one from the group that was dead in the grass earlier. Is that a torch in his mouth? He realized. See, could it be? Yo Woon thought desperately. Moon-gyu and the others are in danger. He shouted. Everyone, get away. The explosion hit with devastating force. Followers screamed. Lord! Lord! Moon-gyu cried out. What are you doing? Let me go! Let me go right now! A follower restrained her. Get it together. You'll only be killing yourself if you jump down after him. Do you intend on making the Lord's sacrifice a waste? Moon-gyu wept bitterly. We finally realized how we felt about each other. Lord, Lord, she continued crying. Hyobong trembled. I should be the one to jump in after him, but I cannot waste this life that the Lord sacrificed himself to save. A voice laughed. Ha ha ha, what a harvest. Footsteps approached. The voice continued. The wrong group fell into my trap. A follower reacted. Why you are? The old man spoke. It would have been rather annoying if that one man was also here. How amazing, he fell off the cliff without me having to do anything. A follower whispered. You. The old man taunted. Oh, you were crying like a bitch just earlier, but you seem to be the rather tenacious type. However, that tenacity won't last long. Yo Woon fell through darkness. Nano worked automatically, self-healing the burn from the explosion. Yo Woon thought through the pain. My injuries and pain go away quickly thanks to Nano, but the problem is, he worried. How deep is this? Nano warned. Your falling speed is getting faster. Danger, danger. Yo Woon thought, at this speed, nothing will stop my body from breaking into pieces on impact. It feels like I'm being sucked into a void. Nano reported, the user's heart rate is increasing fast. Yo Woon gasped repeatedly. Do I have to just accept my death? Yo Woon refused. No, I can't die like this. He thought, I was finally able to confess, but for the last look to be such a sad one, I can't let that be the last. He noticed. There are swords here too. Yo Woon screamed desperately. Stop, please stop. He impacted against a sword. Nano reported, the right third rib is broken. Your shoulder has been dislocated and fractured. Yo Woon realized. I stopped. Nano announced, self-healing the injured areas. Yo Woon thought, I don't have a long way to go until the bottom. At this height, I'll be able to just jump off with my agility technique and be fine. Yo Woon reflected somberly. I guess martial arts doesn't make me immortal. I can die at any time depending on the situation. I have to get back up the cliff. He commanded. Nano, night vision mode. Nano confirmed, activating night vision mode on the user's eyes. He looked around. There are countless swords here too. But they're all so old and rusted that I can't call them swords anymore. He noticed something. Oh! In a forest about 20 kilometers away from the abandoned Sword Valley, the old man caught his breath. Looks like I'm not being chased anymore. He thought bitterly. That feminine bastard. I could have taken care of all of them if it weren't for her attacking me with the intent to die while trying to kill me. I still can't forget those eyes. No matter. I now know which cave he crawled out of. He planned. So I just need to tend to my internal wounds and find his traces. A presence approached swiftly. The second warden, Li Chung, greets the master of blade sword. Yo Woon stood examining his situation. It surely feels bad to put on a dead person's clothes. My clothes are half burnt, so I had to put it on, but, he wondered. But why are they here? They all seem to have died at different times. There are a lot of abandoned swords too. He assessed. Even if it weren't for the whirlwind in the middle, it's impossible to climb back up. Is that why there wasn't any information about this place? Is there no other way out of here? He decided, I'll have a look around just in case. Yo Woon discovered markings. Sword marks. Why are there traces of a fight here? He thought, I fell down because of the explosion, but does this mean there were people who came down here and fought? These sword marks, he examined them closely. Wait, he recognized them. Heavenly demon sword art? Exactly the same, excluding a few sword techniques. Were these made before those on the sapphire gravestone, then? He realized. I was wondering why the handwriting looked familiar. It was the founding heavenly demon's handwriting. He reasoned. He's said to have conquered the Sichuan province, Hubei province, and Anhui province, so he could have fought someone here, but, he identified another style. Those marks are definitely created by the Supreme Saber God's techniques. He questioned. Did he also have ancestors? And, he was supposed to have appeared 500 years ago. He analyzed further. These movements, I've never seen them before. They're much more powerful than the 6 movements I've learned from the Supreme Saber God's techniques. Other than the founding heavenly demon's last movement, they're basically on equal grounds. Yo Woon commanded. Nano, scan all of this. He noticed. Huh? That sword mark is different from the others. It's made with repeated slashes like those the founding heavenly demon did on the sapphire gravestone. Nano, you've captured all the sword markings here, right? Yo Woon requested. Can you realize them as a 3D video? Nano announced. Realizing the scanned sword markings as a 3D video. Nano worked. First, categorizing the sword techniques. Yo Woon watched in awe. This is a sword art that surpassed the human limits, by adding sword technique to the Supreme Saber God's techniques. He theorized, could it be that the founding heavenly demon was trying to combine the heavenly demon's sword art with the Supreme Saber God's techniques? At the abandoned sword valley, an injured warrior endured treatment. Stay still. Ugh. The divine physician commanded. You should be able to endure this. The warrior accepted. I won't be able to use my right eye anymore. Well, I'm glad I even made it out alive. Normally, I would have lost my senses and charged at him with everything I have. But Elder Moon was able to stay rational and support my attacks while aiming for the old man's weaknesses. That's why we were able to hold on until he appeared. He thought, either way, it's surprising. She might be the first female expert in 20 years who could compete against Yi and Manhwa. Moon Gyu grieved. How can such a tragedy? Lord. I can't believe it. The Lord, Gamrozu observed. I guess you were all close with him. You're all grieving. He must have been blessed with good people around him, considering that everyone's crying. Elder Yang spoke. Divine Phi, I mean, Gam. He continued. I said this earlier too, but the medical request. Is she wary of them? The atmosphere here is definitely weird. Gamrozu responded sharply. You need treatment for about 7 days, so just rest. Then, Elder Yang must have noticed by now too, right? It seems like we're being watched, Elder Yin. We were confronted with them when we first arrived here. Guards challenged them. Who are you? Why are you here? Elder Yang explained. We're here to see the divine physician. The guard apologized. I see you were her guests. Sorry for the rudeness. Elder Yang continued. I thought things were going smoothly thanks to the Jade Tablet, but the inn owner and 3 experts appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us. Elder Yang described. The other 3 experts were just as good as the old man. Then, in a blink of an eye, the Darkness Sect's members were killed, and 2 warriors from the manor were also killed, he praised. That old inn owner man was very strong. I could barely manage to stop him, he explained. He appeared and helped us chase away the old man. Since you've received the help too, can you tell who it was? Is his name perhaps? Elder Yang confirmed. Yes, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Wudang Sect's elder, Wudang Sword, Wise One. The narrator explains. One of the top 5 masters who is said to be the strongest in the society, and the 9 martial artists below those 5 masters who were rumored to be the next generation masters. They were called the Hydra. Of them, Wudang Sword, Wise One was a famous master who was famous amongst the factions. We were able to come here thanks to his help, Elder Yin thought. But as you can see, we're failing to convince the divine physician. There must be some hidden reason, considering her attitude. I'm glad the Wudang Sword doesn't know who we are yet. How long will it be until he finds out, though? We have 2 evolutionary realm masters among us. Perhaps he already knows and wants to use us. That's why the contact was cut. Right. I couldn't do anything because of the old man disguised as the inn owner and his group surrounding the abandoned Sword Valley. Another suggested. Why don't we move to the Noble Zug family house or MT, Wudang? If the divine physician's almost finished with the principles, then I don't think there's a need to stay in one place. A voice cautioned. Although it may be for the blue skies, there is still a line we must not cross. However, since they figured out where we are, it's only a matter of time before they come invading. We should move as you say. Someone questioned. But why have you helped them? They're definitely either from the demonic cult or some villainous affiliation. He's right. Considering the man who was hiding his identity under a mask, it's suspicious. They also want the divine physician. Wise One explained his strategy. Taking control of a group through another. We'll use them as a shield to stop them, and take the divine physician to MT. Wudang. Yo Woon trained intensely in the valley depths. Has it been roughly 2 hours already? It's not easy at all. He thought. Unlike me, who stopped at mastering a completed martial arts technique, the founding heavenly demon was enlightened by the Supreme Saber God's techniques and tried something new, although it failed in the end. It was probably the body's limit. He reasoned. The Supreme Saber God's techniques are only complete when you've reached the human limits. Even if you're born with the perfect body for martial arts, humans are bound to have limits. So the conclusion was, impossible, but I'm different, he declared. I've trained enough to surpass the capacity of a human. I was able to replicate the founding heavenly demon's movements that he made up as an experiment. It's definitely possible. Yo Woon analyzed the challenge. The most difficult part is that it's not a completed technique, so I have to combine the two things myself based on what the founding heavenly demons already done. I'm basically creating a whole new movement because the original heavenly demon sword art is perfectly balanced already. He decided, let's try again, the narrator explains. Qian Yuan analyzed the sword techniques using Nano simulations, but he wanted to learn by throwing himself against his limits, so he was trying to combine the techniques with various methods. 2 hours passed since he started trying countless methods, failed, and tried again. He ended up completely exhausted from the continued use of the heavenly demon sword art. Yo Woon struggled. The basic sword technique and the limit-breaking sword technique refused to be combined. I have to balance the two somehow, Yo Woon realized. Right, I just need to not use all parts of the basic sword technique. It's correct to take some parts out if the balance is broken. There's no freedom in restricting myself. Freedom is needed in balance. That's only achieved by opening instead of imprisoning oneself. The narrator explains. At that moment, something surprising and unintended happened to Qian Yuan. The evolutionary realm. It's achieved in the process of unification of what you previously had. A master who's reached the evolutionary realm is capable of unifying all of their inner energy. But a higher level than that has to do with controlling qi to free oneself. When there's a balance between the outside and inside and you can freely control qi, martial artists call that the mystic realm. At the divine physician's shelter, Gamrozu prayed. What have you called me for? I'm a busy person. A warrior spoke. I have a message to relay to you. Gamrozu asked. A message? What? The warrior informed. Either in the dawn or morning, we'll need to pack what we need and leave. Gamrozu protested. Leave? You mean leave the abandoned Sword Valley? That's not what we agreed on. I'm supposed to research here in return for heeding your condition. And once the principle's complete, we were supposed to leave. I know, but the situation has changed. Gamrozu demanded. What has? Do you mean the ones outside the abandoned Sword Valley? There were always many of them around. Why are you changing your mind now? The warrior explained. You're well aware that this is a different situation. They're much more dangerous. If you were to be kidnapped without completing the principle, the plan would go to ashes. You promised to help for the sake of martial arts. The warrior pressed. Please let us protect you from evil. He ordered. Then, be prepared before the sun rises. Knocking sounded at the door. Come in, wise one asked. How's the situation? A guard reported. There are suspicious movements in the forest surrounding the valley. The number's increasing too. We'll have to hurry. Will you use them as bait as planned? Yes, they'll be perfect as bait. We'll leave as soon as the divine physician's ready. Gamrozu lamented. Wherever I look, there's trouble. What's the difference between those Wudang ascetics and the guys outside? They would drag me out by force even if I were to reject them. What a tragedy to have to abandon the place my family's resided in for generations. He handled something carefully. I need this to be able to complete the principle. A guard blocked someone. I told you that the divine physician's busy. A disciple protested. It doesn't make sense that she can't even take a look at her. She's in serious condition, Gamrozu asked. What is it? A guard dismissed. It's nothing. You can continue with what you were doing. The disciple appealed. How cruel. You're just gonna abandon a sick patient like that? Gamrozu examined. Her pulse is. I think I'll need to take a closer look. It won't take long. Let's go inside. All right, then, please get inside. Moon Gyu reacted weakly. All of you men need to stay outside. Here, Tilda, let's all go outside. Tilda guards protested. What are you doing? We have to protect her. Attendants pushed them out forcefully. As men, you should be ashamed. You dare try to get a look at a lady's body? A guard objected. What are you talking about? Another guard questioned. Why? Are you being like that? How long do you intend on just standing there? Yo Woon reflected on his progress. My chi limit is almost gone. The speed at which chi is recovered when I breathe in nature's energy is incomparable to the past. The movements aren't balanced yet, though. My attacks are between 2 and 3 times stronger, and I've gotten much better than when I was at the evolutionary realm level. This is a real stroke of luck. He realized. Right, I don't have time for this. Moon Gyu and the others probably think I'm dead. But, I've reached the mystic realm. I've used up too much time because I was so focused. I have to hurry. He assessed the challenge. How am I supposed to get up this stone wall? I don't have to find a path. Yo Woon attempted to scale the wall. He struggled against the wind and eventually fell back. I thought I could go up without difficulty if I just had a foothold. But I failed to take the wind into account. He decided, I have no choice. Even the head guardian who's an expert at Qigong wouldn't be able to do this. I'll have to take the simple route. It'll take time, but this is the only safe way. At the shelter, a conspirator asked. How is it looking? Another reported. The divine physician seems to be done preparing for leaving. The leader confirmed. Good. I assume they are still sleeping? The subordinate assured. We have 5 people watching them. Don't worry, the leader ordered. Check and bring the divine physician with the watchers into the secret passageway. I will take the main sect's disciples. The leader chuckled. Hoo-hoo. We'll already be long gone by the time they realize. If they undo the sapphire gravestone and the security system, then the ones outside will be quick to invade. It's a perfect example of using enemies to attack another group of enemies. The subordinate noticed something wrong. Then where are all the watchers? They all seem to be asleep. Huh? The watchers who should be on the roof are nowhere to be seen. He panicked. The watchers. Then, everyone sleeping here is. Did the sleeping medicine not work? Something's off. Could it be? A warrior discovered the problem. What? The divine physician's gone, he ordered urgently. Each one, come with me. Find the divine physician. Another reacted. Did the divine physician? The warrior commanded. I'll go to Wudang Blade. Order everyone to perform a thorough search. Guards responded. Yes, sir. At the entrance of the secret passageway. It won't open, senior brother. One cursed in frustration. Wise One was informed. Wise One, the warrior reported. The 6 people that were in the patient room and the divine physician have disappeared. We've ordered everyone to perform a thorough search across the area. Wise One interrupted angrily. A search? They've already destroyed the entrance of the secret passageway and escaped. How can you even say that? The warrior asked. Did the secret passageway? Wise One commanded. Move! Are you saying that the divine physician has betrayed us? The control system's broken. We have no choice but to break out. Warriors reported. They've started using gunpowder, Master Uncle. Wise One assured. Don't worry. The sapphire gravestone wall and a few security systems have been installed in that entrance too. It'll take some time, he wondered. See, could it be? Guards shouted urgently. Enemies! Enemies are coming. The enemies are inside. Wise One raged. Gamrozu, my plan. You dare betray me? Hee. It's loud out there. Those bastards must have invaded the clinic. Good. We were able to sneak out the divine physician thanks to your good acting. Gamrozu complained. TCH. For a man, you're so weak. She's already super heavy because of all her muscles. You, give me a ride on your back. A follower responded hesitantly. Huh? Me? Or is an old lady like me supposed to walk? Elder Young insisted. There's no time for chatting. Hurry. Someone spotted the exit. Over there. The exits. It's blocked by a stone. You just need to push it. Elder Young assessed the situation. It looks like there are more than 20 of them. I'll lead the way. Everyone, stay close behind. Someone praised. Well done. Get away from me. Elder Young sensed danger. This feeling is. He warned urgently. Shit. Move. TCH. The enemy leader appeared. Haha. As I expected. I didn't think there would be only one entrance to a place like this. Ooh, is that the divine physician? He observed. I didn't know the divine physician was an old crook. An elder assessed. This is bad, elder. That old man alone is already a lot to handle. But the one standing next to him seems to be just as strong. He must at least be at the early evolutionary realm. The enemy leader commanded. 2nd Brigade leader, I'll take care of those 2. You take care of the rest and bring me the divine physician. The subordinate confirmed. Yes, sir. The enemy leader challenged. Shall we begin? Allies responded. TCH, protect the divine physician no matter what. You, go over there. Elder Yang, I'll fight the old man. You go for the unmasked one. All right. The old enemy blocked their path. Where do you think you're going? The enemy declared. You 2 are mine to deal with. Allies reacted in shock. What? What was that just now? An ally recognized the technique. Kook, Chi control sword? Subordinates called out. B brigade leader. Everyone noticed something strange. The stone wall's shaking. Someone corrected. No, it's not the wall. It's the swords on the wall. The swords? Everyone wondered in shock. Who's doing such a thing? The narrator explains. Earlier, Yo Woon thought to himself, it's a lot calmer now. I think I've gotten past the windier parts. I can sense a lot of presences up there. This one feels familiar. Moon Gyu. I'll be too late at this rate. Then, I did it. He pushed harder and reached the top. Followers cried out, my lord, you were alive. And my lord, you were alive. An observer thought, he's become a whole different person in just one night. Is he? He should have died from that explosion. How is he alive? An elder questioned in shock. Has he reached the mystic realm? Is he really the demon god's chosen one? How is that even possible? It's not because of luck that he survived. He's a wholly different person from back then. I judged him to be at about the evolutionary realm. He's definitely at the mystic realm. Is there some amazing secret hidden down there? But right now, no. The divine physician must be possessing that. It's looking bad for us. The enemy leader spoke. Congratulations for achieving supremacy in level. You managed to survive. Ha ha ha. Why don't you fight us instead of showing off? Do you think that I wouldn't know that controlling all those swords is impossible? Fool. How dare he try to trick me, a fellow person at the Mystic Realm level. Even, he, said the limit is 12 swords. Therefore, he must just be showing off. Yo Woon asked, does it look like I'm playing a trick? The enemy challenged. Then what else would it be? Nano announced, activating funnel remote control system of 128 swords as the user ordered. Target, lock on, funnel, activate. Enemies reacted in shock. If that's possible? What about him makes it possible? Damn, it's too late. An enemy screamed. You bastard. Nano warned, 75% of your energy has been consumed. A follower called out. My lord? Nano announced. Overload in Cerebrum. Shutting down funnel remote control system. Enemies noticed. If the swords stopped? Yo Woon thought, was I overdoing it? Even if Nano were to support me, I can only control about half the swords. I need to recover my chi and get rid of all the remaining ones. Enemies reacted. A monster. Is he the demon god? An enemy saw opportunity. This is my chance. Yo Woon blocked effortlessly. With just a sword collision. I thought he used up all his chi, the leader commanded desperately. Take back the divine physician. Subordinates responded. Why yes, sir, the leader cursed. Damn it. Everything's been ruined because of this one monstrous bastard. Just what? He looks barely past the age of 20, but he is comparable to the 5 great experts. Is he? Even if he's tired, we're outnumbered. Damn it. The table's been turned in their favor. I should have gotten rid of him when his chi ran out. I have no choice now. I'll have to injure him as best I can and then run away. He attacked. Take this. Yo Woon countered and identified him. You're part of the Supreme Saber of 6 martial arts sect. The enemy panicked. This is bad. I need to get out of here. He knows about my martial arts technique? Damn it. That footwork. From Zhejiang a few months ago. You're that masked demonic cult member from then. Yo Woon remembered. Now that I think about it. The head guardian said that the opponent he fought in Zhejiang used the Supreme Saber divine raid of martial arts. The enemy resolved, for the sake of my grand plan. If he's really that demonic cult member, then I need to get rid of him even if it costs me my life. He launched his final attack. This is the technique you managed to survive last time. But you won't be able to do that this time. Yo Woon overwhelmed him completely. The enemy fell defeated. Followers rushed forward. My lord. How do you know his technique? Yo Woon explained. I can't have him die yet. There's too much I need to find out from him. I controlled my strength so that he wouldn't die. Followers apologized. My lord, please punish me. Yo Woon reassured. There's no one to blame for this. It was so sudden. It's okay. Get up. Is that the man that was supposed to be dead? How can such a young man like him control so many swords? But Baek Ji, the person you have on your back, is she? I need to hurry. Even if I'm a part of Hydra, I'm nowhere near strong enough to fight that monster. I may even have to ask for the strong-willed Hubei Alliance's help. I need to go back and bring back a lot more men. A subordinate responded. Yes, Master Uncle, hold on for just a bit longer. Duck. Huh. A sword struck lethally. Master Uncle. This is just like the swords I saw back at the abandoned Sword Valley. It's impossible that he would have sensed us from that far. Is a master of the Mystic Realm really that much of a monster? I need to hurry. I need to bring back support right away. The fleeing survivor thought desperately. I'll get out of here no matter what and come back with allies. Yo Woon collapsed. I've used up all my chi. I can't move. A follower responded. Yes, sir. My lord? Yo Woon commanded. Mr. Yin Moa, please chase after the sword I sent flying. Yin Moa thought. Such a precise attack despite the thick forest. The demon lord's chi sense has gotten much more precise and expansive. There are footsteps of another person. Could it be him? If it's who I think it is, I have to chase after him right away. Otherwise, it might become dangerous when we're going back to our cult. A follower complained. They're really heavy, of course. Erase all traces on the ground, Hyobong. A follower questioned. But why do you think he told us to burn only these bodies? There are plenty more by the manor. Another follower explained. The Lord is planning to make this incident look like it was a fight between the Wudang sect and the masked guys. At the Divine Physician's manor, Gamrozu searched frantically. Not here, nowhere. I definitely hid it on my body. Where could it have gone? Yo Woon appeared. Divine Physician. Gamrozu responded nervously. What is it? Yo Woon requested. I know you're busy, but can I ask for a few medicines? Gamrozu asked. Medicines. Yo Woon confirmed. Yes. What's written here, please? If it's nothing difficult. Do you have them? Gamrozu responded. Not a lot, but, at another residence within the Divine Physician's manor, a guard observed. I thought he would be old since the way he talks is really fitting for a grandpa, but he's young. He just moved, right? Yeah, I thought it would take longer for him to wake up, a guard ordered. Watch him for a bit. I'm gonna bring in the Demon Lord. Another guard confirmed. All right. The prisoner regained consciousness. Am I alive? Seeing as they've healed my wounds, they kept me alive on purpose. Fools. Do they think I'd open my mouth that easily? Are they planning to extort information out of me? They've blocked my chi so that I can't detonate it. Damn it. Yo Woon interrogated him. How do you, a puppet of the demon cult, know his techniques? I'll correct exactly 2 things for you. First, I'm not a puppet of the demon cult. Bullshit. I'll make it clear for you. I'm not the demon cult's puppet, but the heavenly demon cult's heaven and owner. The heavenly demon cult's heaven? Why, you're the demon cult's lord. And second, Yo Woon stated coldly, you have no right to be asking questions. The prisoner screamed, "K, kill me instead. You bastard." He realized in horror. I can't feel it. My chi. The prisoner wondered, are you trying to create an illusion? I heard that one of the masters who are skilled with illusions went to the demon cult. The prisoner theorized. He must have been shaken off for his skills and killed. But, he laughed bitterly. Cuckoo. I was worried because of your monstrous techniques, but it was all for nothing. Someone as stupid as you is the lord of the demonic cult? Do you think the main sect would be so unprepared? Did you think I wouldn't have thought that far ahead? Yo Woon forced the medicine on him. The prisoner choked and convulsed. Even if you figured out the formula, we have tolerate you. What have you done to the medicine? The prisoner coughed violently. Yo Woon spoke coldly. I told you it'd be pointless. You're a stubborn one. The prisoner stammered. What? The narrator explains. Ritalin, a type of stimulant mostly made up of methylphenidate that targets the central nervous system. It is usually used for medical purposes, but in the military, it is also used as a way to make people confess. Cheon Yo-un used Nano's help to increase the effects of the medicine. Yo Woon taunted. What about tolerance? The prisoner felt the effects. My body feels relaxed, and I want to talk. Yo Woon asked, did you think that I couldn't do it? The prisoner panicked. This is dangerous. Yo Woon began interrogation. First, what's your name? The prisoner answered. Master of Blade Sword, Lee Beck. He commanded. You need to answer a question each time I snap my fingers. Why did you try to take away the Divine Physician? Lee Beck answered. I am one of the 6 sect leaders of the Supreme Saber of 6 martial arts sect. She has the item the Great One left behind. Yo Woon wondered. The Great One? Is it someone that high in power for him to refer to him like that even in this state? The narrator explains. Cheon Yo-un was able to get a lot of information out of Master of Blade Sword, Lee Beck. The item the Divine Physician is said to possess is an anatomy text describing how to create the Supreme Martial Physique. The Supreme Martial Physique is a body that is capable of mastering the Supreme Saber Divine Martial Arts. Cheon Yo-un realized that the technique he had been practicing over the last few months was called the Supreme Saber Divine Martial Arts. Lee Beck explained, the Supreme Saber Divine Martial Arts is something that cannot be mastered with the usual methods. Strange. You need to go above the capacities of what your body can do. Yo Woon asked, why would you need that? And how did you know that the Divine Physician had that? Lee Beck answered, we found out through a spy in the secret organization of the Orthodox sect Muram Alliance, Blue Heaven Society. We discovered that one of their plans was to use the Divine Physician to find out about the martial artist who surpassed his own limits, and we found out that that was the Supreme Martial Physique. Yo Woon understood. That's why you guys were after the Divine Physician. He snapped. Then, shall we talk about the Supreme Saber of 6 martial arts sect? Lee Beck suddenly screamed in agony. A voice echoed. I sent you to bring back an item, but you're wagging your tongue instead. I don't know who it is, but you're wrong if you think you'll be able to find out something from him. Yo Woon asked, is the Great One, you mentioned the Supreme Saber God? Lee Beck struggled. That's right. Yo Woon pressed. Are you divided into 6 sects? Yo Woon observed. Strange, his condition is getting worse rapidly. It's too strange to think that it's because of his strong mentality and lack of inner energy. Could it be? Lee Beck gasped. I told you we wouldn't be able to get anything out of me the moment I say something I shouldn't. It'll send AS signal. Lights coming from his hand. He commanded. Nano, augmented reality. Scan the swelled area and show me. Nano reported, conducting an MRI scan of the target's brain. The scan shows that there is an insect inside the brain swelling up. Yo Woon thought, Lee Beck deteriorated rapidly. You won't get anything from me, Nano announced. Stop the insect's movement using an electric shock. Yo Woon ordered. Take out the insect. Nano, help me so that I don't harm the brain. At the manor, Gamrozu called out. Divine Physician? What is it? A guard reported. Have you still not found it? There's nothing in the room. Gamrozu instructed. All right. Have you seen a book made of unique-looking paper on the ground somewhere? The guard shook his head. Gamrozu despaired. Ah, what am I to do? There seems to be some uninvited guests. Don't say anything and just stay right there. Disciples arrived. Elder Yin. The blood on your clothes. Is this not Wudang Blade? I can't believe it. She's amazing. Defeating one of the Hydra. One whispered. Did she cut off his limbs? These people are cruel. They are definitely not the orthodox sect. Another praised. Elder Yin, you've defeated the Wudang Blade. You're definitely an explosion erupted. An explosion? That place is. Followers rushed. My lord. Yo Woon ordered. Take out the insect. Nano, help me so that I don't harm the brain. Nano reported. The insect has been detected within the user's energy area. All right. Receiving remote control access. Li Beck thought weakly. It's possible to undo the control like this? Just what is this guy? Nano reported. I have minimized the injury to the brain the best I can, but he does not have long to live. Then I'll have to hurry. Yo Woon worked carefully. Yo Woon muttered. It'll hurt a lot, so I'll hurry. Followers called out. My lord. Li Beck gasped. Zhejiang, a follower asked. Are you okay? Yo Woon questioned. You mean the supreme saber of 6 martial arts sects location? Li Beck answered. Wangshen Mountain in Hangzhou, Zhejiang. A follower urged. We did put pressure on the injury and hurry. Will you be okay? There's no way it'd be okay. The longest he can endure is for about an hour. How is it going? I don't think he will be able to hold on for long. Yo Woon decided. It doesn't matter. I just need enough time to get the information I need. Gamrozu pleaded. I have a favor to ask. If you intend on using that medicine on him, then please let me ask something too. Gamrozu explained. I was asked by the Blue Heaven Society of the Orthodox sect to research ways to push the body past its limits. They told me they create strong martial artists in order to create a just world. I didn't want to get involved in martial arts. But my only granddaughter was kidnapped a year ago by an unorthodox sect group. And for revenge, I accepted the Blue Heaven Society's request. They said in order to get my granddaughter back, they needed to win the war, and that the forces they currently have are not enough. But the more time passed, the stranger I found it. The Blue Heaven Society, which is so powerful that only a few of the 9 sects are a part of it. Couldn't even figure out whether my granddaughter was alive or not. Gamrozu thought, he definitely knows something. Wise one, she appealed. If you help me, I will do whatever I can do for you regardless of whether you're part of the unorthodox sect or the demonic cult. Yo Woon thought, if she's indebted to us, I won't have to try and persuade her, so this is good. Gamrozu begged, so please, I beg of you. Yo Woon agreed. All right, I'll give you a chance to ask him first. Gamrozu thanked. Thank you so much, Lord. Yo Woon cautioned. Before that, I need to destroy his chi center to ensure the medicine will work, so please wait a bit. Yo Woon proceeded methodically. He's scarily thorough and cold. I should be careful. Yo Woon interrogated. Do you really not know where my granddaughter, Cam Miyang, is? Your granddaughter is in one of the 18 waterways, the Dragon Tiger Claw. Gamrozu reacted. Oh, what? You always just replied that you're doing your best to find out whenever I asked, but you knew all this time? Why, didn't you tell me despite knowing? Wise one answered. I was ordered not to tell you until your research was complete, and we could have brought her back as soon as you finished. You evil snake. You call yourselves the orthodox sect, but your actions are no better than the unorthodox sects. Be quiet, a follower thought. She's probably shocked. Gamrozu attacked in rage. You dairy, my own granddaughter. Wise one choked. Followers intervened. Divine Physician, stop. She doesn't know when to stop. Yo Woon restrained her. Let me go. That bastard hid my granddaughter. Yo Woon commanded. Ho Sangwa, take her away for a bit. Yes, sir. Get it together. What is the Blue Heaven Society's goal? Calm down. Gamrozu struggled. The Blue Heaven Society wants Nano reported. The target's heart activity is becoming weaker due to shock and bleeding. Possibility of death 98%. Yo Woon ordered. Nano, stimulate the heart and brain with electricity. There is no reaction. Wise one gasped. Just world, Nano announced. The target has died. Yo Woon thought, I didn't get any information about the Blue Heaven Society. I can't do anything about it now. I would have asked first if I had known this would happen. I just have to hope that the Divine Physician knows something about the Blue Heaven Society, for a physician to strangle a martial artist. I guess people are all the same whether they are a martial artist of a famed orthodox sect or a physician. He thought further. I feel strange for some reason. I thought there might be differences with the main cult, but I guess that might not be true. Yin Mua reported, My lord, this. I didn't have the chance to tell you earlier, but the wise one was burning this before he was caught by me. Isn't that what the divine physician was looking for? It's made of a pretty unique material. Nano, can you tell what this is? It's thicker and smoother than normal paper. What is this? Nano worked. Analyzing. Nano announced. Program is locked. Cannot analyze the material. Yo Woon thought. It's been a while since Nano told me that information is locked. Huh? He asked. Nano, can you at least tell me what these characters are? It looks like this writing is Hanja, but I don't know them. Nano explained. It is a form of Hanja made easier to write. They are simplified characters. Yo Woon questioned. Simplified? How was that made? Nano responded. I cannot tell you that because of a lock in the program. Yo Woon requested. Then can you analyze these 3 lines? Nano confirmed. Yes. I will now translate. Nano read. It was a mistake to go after him. No wonder he's the forefather of the demonic cult. I've ruined things because of greed. I should have followed the original plan and... that is all there is. Yo Woon wondered. What does that mean? I heard that the item the divine physician is looking for is a text that outlines how to create the supreme martial physique. But those lines were like a journal. And the forefather of the demonic cult? Are they talking about the founding heavenly demon? If this person had tried to kill the founding heavenly demon and failed, does that have anything to do with the sword slashes left behind at the bottom of the cliff? Is the creator of the supreme martial physique and the one who wrote this the founder of the supreme saber of 6 martial arts sect? It makes sense if the divine physician came across this coincidentally. I would have been able to find out more if the back wasn't so burned. We don't have a use for this, so please return it to the divine physician. We'll prepare to leave. Followers responded. Yes, sir. Gamrozu bowed. My lord, I have caused you a problem with my foolish behavior. Yo Woon reassured. Don't worry about it. Gamrozu pleaded. I have another favor to ask you. My granddaughter is in the hands of those guys at the Yellow River. He said it's already been a year. How can I just ignore that as her grandmother? I want to ask for your help in saving my granddaughter. Yo Woon declined. It's a shame, but I don't think I can. We've already spent a lot of time here. If we are to enter the 18 waterways, we will be exposed to danger. We sympathize with the situation you're in, but we cannot risk our own safety. Yo Woon began to leave. Let's go now. Gamrozu made a final offer. If you save my granddaughter, I will obligate myself into serving you forever. A follower thought, for the divine physician to swear loyalty, that's an advantageous suggestion for the main sect. Gamrozu begged, please. I hope you will keep your word. Gamrozu reacted. My lord, we've ended up going to one of the 18 waterways as you said. Hyobong explained. By the way, my lord, there's apparently something you must watch out for when crossing a river. Huh? I read this in a book of travels, but apparently, there are bandits active in the Yellow River who are trained in martial arts. Hyobong continued. They target merchant ships that travel by the river. I'm sure you'd be superior to them in martial arts, but at the river. Not small boats that are just for crossing. Gamrozu asked. Now that I think about it, I didn't even get your name. May I ask even though it is late? Yo Woon revealed. It's Qian Yo-an. Gamrozu thought. Qian Yo-an. It sounds familiar. The demonic cult's new leader. Qian Yo-an. Oh, my. Did I just say that I'm going to subjugate myself to the demonic cult leader? Yo Woon asked. Yang Danhua. Do you know where the dragon tiger claw is? Yang Danhua apologized. I'm sorry. I don't know either. Yo Woon considered. What should I do? It's not like we can search every single one of the 18 waterways. A follower reassured. Don't worry, my lord. I don't know the geography, but I do know someone who does. Elsewhere, a disciple reported. Master, the abandoned Sword Valley is about 3 kilometers ahead. The master noticed. Master, is something wrong? It's subtle, but I smell blood. Disciples investigated. Master, the ground here is a bit strange. They discovered evidence. This is, considering the remaining chi on the sword traces, experts of at least evolutionary realm fought here. The dirt seems to be covering something. Try digging, disciples exclaimed. This is. They uncovered remains. Aya's severed arm and leg. This is Wudang Blade Wise One. The master commanded. Closely inspect this area, he thought. For a member of the Hydra and elder of the Wudang sect to have met this kind of fate, something must have happened. I need to hurry to the abandoned Sword Valley. Disciples found more. Master, there's a marking here. This is our symbol. And this too. I think he must have hidden it before his death. The master examined the document. So this is what the Wudang blade was hiding with his life. A way to reach supreme martial physique. The narrator explains. The North's orthodox sect, and the South's heavenly demonic cult. The North is righteous, the West evil, and the South demonic. Martial arts has been upkept by these three great forces over the prior centuries. The West's unorthodox sect and the bordering regions between them were battlefields constantly painted with blood. However, there was one quiet place among these battlefields. The sole neutral place without conflict and owner where the three forces meet. It was the silent capital. That did not mean that the silent capital was peaceful. It was just that no one dared to make the first move because of the tight tension. Hyobong observed nervously. I think those people are from the unorthodox sect. Alright, their scars are woe. Are you trying to get them to look at us? A follower whispered. He talks way too much. It's a good thing Moon Gyu's not here. I'm glad he's not with me. Another asked. Do you think Moon Gyu, Ho Sangwa, and the divine physician arrived safely in Hubei province? A follower reassured. Well, I guess I don't have to worry since they have Elder Yin. Women called out. Hey, good liquor came in today. Shush. Come have a glass, Tilda. Don't you want to have some fun tonight? Hey, boys, Tilda, we have a lot of pretty girls here. Hyobong exclaimed. Did you see? The women here. They all have their breasts. Oh, you young. Hyobong, please stop. Oh my. Hyobong sighed. Ah, I miss Moon Gyu and Ko Wenghul. They always want to talk. Yang Danhua pointed. It's over there, my lord. Osangnu Pavilion. It's all women soliciting. Will there really be informants here? Hyobong continued. Geez, I don't know where to look. Doesn't it look like there are a lot more prostitutes here? A woman approached. Oh my, did you all come for a drink? Let's have a drink together, Tilda. Look at you all shy, Tilda, this way. Here, what a muscular arm. I like you. Yang Danhua requested. I want a seat with 3 cups. The woman confirmed. Okay. It's all martial artists here unlike the first and second floors. Please call me over once you know what you want. Yang Danhua explained. My lord, this is the secret place where information is sold. You can think of it like the orthodox sect's beggars gang and the unorthodox sect's low-class sect. As this place is a neutral zone, there are no restrictions or organizations of the orthodox sect and unorthodox sect. And these 3 cups show the rank of the information. I see. They're using this to their advantage. The red one is for low ranks, the blue for intermediate, and the white for high. Yo Woon asked, what's the rank of the information we're trying to find? Yang Danhua estimated. I think about intermediate. Will you order? Yang Danhua started. Just a moment. I'd like to move your seats to the upper floor. Will that be okay? The owner would like to serve you himself. Yang Danhua thought, the owner? From what I know, the upper floor is only for guests who request high-rank information. Yo Woon decided, we need the information, so let's go. I don't feel any danger here, so it should be okay. The woman led. In here. Manhwa greeted. Welcome. I ordered for you to be brought here since you're all precious guests. I'm the owner of this place, Manhwa. Please take a seat. Yang Danhua responded. I didn't think I'd get to meet the owner. Nice to meet you. Why have you brought us here? I'm sure I requested for intermediate rank information. Sorry, but that request counts as high rank. Well, I guess it's a bit of a gray area. What do you mean? There are many places that support us as an informant organization. This was given to us by one of those patrons. Manhwa revealed. I'm sure you know who this represents. The 18 waterways? Manhwa continued. Well, that doesn't mean we won't sell the information, so don't be disappointed. Hoo-hoo-ha. You're quick to catch on. You just need to promise that you don't have any ill intentions in trying to find out the location of the dragon tiger claw and pay for the price of the information. They're surrounding us. There seems to be more than 30 of them. Manhwa probed. I heard you recently went back to the 10,000 Great Mountains. Yang Danhua, the 4th elder. And, I'm curious to find out who you are. For someone of such a high position in the demonic cult like Yang Danhua to be speaking so formally to you. Manhwa pressed. Haha, didn't you say you need information? I'm just telling you the price. He thought, it's certain this young man is high up in the demonic cult. I can't give up this information. Otherwise, their reason for seeking the dragon tiger claw must be significant. Then, we'll come across another piece of information. Yo Woon thought, I'm certain now that I know they're supporting this place. He moved swiftly. What? A guard choked. Q Hyuk. Manhwa reacted. Oh, what are you doing? Yo Woon stated, I don't have anything to say to the subordinate. What? Yo Woon grabbed another figure. Oh, and why are you doing this to M? Yo Woon asked. I would like to ask you the same question. Why is the owner of the pavilion pretending to be a guard? Subordinates panicked. Pavilion master. Manhwa thought desperately, but he's strong enough to be capable of void capture. I thought he was just a young man. He must be a higher up of the demonic cult in disguise. What brings you to that assumption? Manhwa lied. He's just my escort warrior. He's the pavilion master? Escort warrior? Yo Woon stated. That's funny. Then why is Yo Woon observed? The place filled with bloodthirst. I don't think this is the right reaction if I were just threatening some escort warrior. Subordinates panicked. Pavilion master. What do we do? The real owner thought. This man is a monster. I can't even move my finger despite being at the early peak level. If he were to add a bit more power, he would crush my neck and kill me. There's absolutely nothing I can do in this situation. I need to apologize and make him leave. The owner tried to signal. Please, 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 subordinates recognized. Save me. This is the pavilion master's signal. Guards rushed in. No, Yo Woon observed. They are second-rate at most. Guards charged. Charge at them all at once. One guard reacted. He destroyed my sword with a finger? Hyobong displayed his power. How pitiful. Easy. Guards backed away. That's enhanced sword aura? Hyobong taunted. Tilda, do you want to keep going? By the way, I'm the weakest one in my group. At the abandoned Sword Valley last time, I learned something from the sword marks. I'm now also at the early supreme peak level. I might also be quite strong. Guards surrendered. I surrender. The real owner apologized. Cough, cough. I'm sorry to have deceived you about my identity. I am really sorry. I am the real pavilion owner, Du Yun. I am the commander, Manhwa. Yo Woon asked, did you say the 18 Waterways sponsors this place? Yo Woon stated, then you're basically under their control. Du Yun defended, that's not true. We're more like a cooperative duo rather than subordinate and master. Don't even think about lying to the Lord. I'll ask you right away. Where is the dragon tiger claw? Du Yun offered. I will send out the people in the special room. Manhwa objected. No, they are not people who would listen to us and go just because we asked them to. Special room. There must be people they're afraid of in the special room. Sir, will you please back off this one time? Yo Woon asked. What do you mean? Well, to be honest, the Yellow River Third Demon is here in this building right now. The narrator explains. Yellow River 3 demons. According to rumors, they steal ships and ruthlessly kill men and kidnap women. A malicious group of men. There were rewards out for their heads, but they continued to stroll around the city without any worry. That's not all. The three brothers' uncle is Gal Mojam, a part of the Hydra. Gal Mojam, I've heard of him before. A member of the Hydra and the unorthodox sect's 8 higher-ups. He counts as one of the top 4 in the ranks. An extreme expert. Someone with a violent personality but values his family and friends extremely highly. There was once an incident in which the ship the Yellow River 3 demons were on was ambushed. When Yellow River Supreme Leader Gal Mojam heard of that news, he apparently sought out the criminals and killed them and their entire generations. They've got pretty hefty support. He's the reason the policemen don't do anything even if his subordinates cause trouble. Du Yun explained, we're being protected in return for giving them information, but there is actually a spy they planted amongst my subordinates. But for us, our lives and families' fates depend on them. I am very sorry, but I cannot sell the information you requested. Lord, please be understanding. Even the higher-ups of the demonic cult won't be able to do anything about the Yellow River 3 demons. Yo Woon responded. I wasn't aware of such a situation. Du Yun thanked. Yes, thanks for understanding. Yo Woon asked, are those Yellow River 3 demons downstairs? Du Yun answered. The Yellow River 3 demons are on the second floor's special room, Yo Woon commanded. You heard that, right? Hyobong, Baek Gi? Followers confirmed. Yes, sir. Yo Woon ordered. Go down to the second floor and bring them up here. Du Yun protested. But you just said you would be understanding. Yo Woon replied. I did? I don't remember saying that. Du Yun panicked. Sir? What are you planning to do? Subordinates reacted. He's dead. With just a hand movement. Damn it, he's dead. It looks like we're the ones who are going to be killed rather than the 3 demons. We need to make it out of here. Run. Yo Woon caught them. Found you. What? Are those 2 people the spies the Yellow River 3 demons planted? It took us a month to find out who they were. He found them within seconds. Followers returned. We've carried out your orders. The 3 demons protested. Yellow River 3 demons. Why are you doing this? I told you that our family's fates depend on them. Yo Woon asked. What does that have to do with me? Sorry. Yo Woon stated. Isn't that your problem? Yang Danhua thought. This person cannot be persuaded. Du Yun panicked. Shit. I was mistaken. This is dangerous. Everything I've worked for might be ruined. The oldest brother demanded. Do you know who I am? Hey, you bastard. Let me go right now, you pieces of shit. A follower struck him. You dare swear at the Lord? Q Hyuk. Do you have a death wish? Yo Woon stated coldly. I don't care who you are. I'll just ask one question. I will cut off your head if you do not respond. The oldest protested. Do you not know who we are? What? Who are you to cut off my head? Damn it. Hey, Pavilion Master, what are you doing? These bastards are talking out of their asses, and you're just gonna leave them be. Yo Woon ordered. Kill him. The follower executed immediately. Yo Woon threatened. I'll kill you if you spout bullshit too. The remaining brother panicked. This bastard's for real. I might die. Yo Woon demanded. Tell me where the Dragon Tiger Claw is. The brother stammered. Dragon Tiger Claw? You think the oldest son of the Yellow River 3 demons of the 18 waterways. He thought, are these guys gonna ambush the Dragon Tiger Claw? Would betray my own comrades. The brother broke. There's a mountain called Tumen Mountain if you go east along the Yellow River for about 88 kilometers, but he looks like he'd actually kill me. The Dragon Tiger Claw is there where the river splits. I have to save myself first. Yang Danhua thought. Looks like I won't have to sacrifice their families. The brother begged. Spare me now. I told you what you wanted to know. Yo Woon corrected. You're mistaken. When did I say I'd let you guys go alive? Yo Woon commanded. Kill them all. Followers confirmed. Yes, sir. The brother protested. Oh, what? The brother cursed. This fucking ba. You are the last one, huh? The man trembled. Arrgh. Survivors thought. This is the demonic cult. They say that its members are even more cruel than the unorthodox sects. In some areas they are truly merciless. Since he got the information he wanted and those guys are dead, is this our turn now? Du Yun pleaded. Please wait a moment, great warrior. Didn't you tell us yourself where the Yellow River's 3 ghosts were? Yo Woon decided. Anyway, let's go. Followers confirmed. Yes, my lord. Du Yun questioned. Well, why are you keeping us alive? Yo Woon explained. Since we were on the same boat, of course I would spare you. Since I've already gotten the information I needed, you don't have to pay me back. Yo Woon added. Ah, by the way, I'm telling you this in case you don't know. There's one more spy. Du Yun protested. Oh, what? That's nonsense. How did you find the remaining spy? Yo Woon revealed. It's a lie. There's no spy. Pardon? There's no spy? You're truly incredible, my lord. That's a great use of the successive strategy, my lord. The leader and the Dark Clan will be in constant fear, unable to trust each other while searching for a spy who doesn't even exist. Yo Woon urged. Let's pick up our pace while they are unable to move. We have to rescue the Divine Doctor's granddaughter out of the Dragon and Tiger stronghold as soon as possible. Yang Danhua guided. Mount Dowan must be located on the side of the small river. It's this way, my lord. They arrived. The river is really splitting. That must be the place. No wonder it's so hard to find them. Ha! Only after crossing the mountain can I barely see it. I can see many watchtowers. If we approach it hastily, they may discover us at once. Something is strange, my lord. Considering how vigilant they are, they don't seem to be simple bandits. That boat over there is pretty big. Since they are bandits, their boats should focus more on speed. As far as I know, the boats they have are certainly not small, but they shouldn't be that big. Sir Yang Danhua, please look over there. Yang Danhua analyzed. Looks like the bandits are trying to put those luggage on the ship. My lord, it seems like the Dragon and Tiger stronghold are trying to move their base. I heard that the bandits move their bases every few months. To think it has to be now. My lord, this is rather a good thing for us. If we can use this chance well, we will be able to take the Divine Doctor's granddaughter back without going through too much trouble. While those guys are dismantling that hut, Yo Woon decided, in that case, we must look into their situation first. Baek Gi responded. Yes, my lord. Yo Woon asked, can you capture them quietly? Baek Gi confirmed. I will give it a try, my lord. More bandits are heading toward the watchtower? Baek Gi infiltrated. Who the hell are you? Hyobong covered. The lord saw them heading this way, so he asked us to come help you right away. You must have been startled, right? He. And no, Baek Gi instructed. Be quiet and move the corpses first. Yes! I will kill you if you make any noise. Nod your head if you understand. It looks like the Dragon and Tiger stronghold is moving today. Why today? The bandit answered. We are moving because our base has been exposed. Yo Woon thought. We came here right away after getting rid of the Yellow River 3 ghosts. So how did they know? How did you know that you were exposed? The bandit stammered. Yes, sir. I am a mere watcher. So I don't really know anything about that. Then where are you keeping the Divine Doctor's granddaughter? Don't try anything funny. The bandit panicked. Pardon. The Divine Doctor's granddaughter. KKKK. This is truly my first time hearing about that. Let alone the Divine Doctor's granddaughter. We aren't keeping anyone in our custody. Yo Woon thought. How strange. There's no way what the Wudang's best sword said under the truth serum's effect could have been a lie. In that case, Yo Woon asked, do you know a woman named Gam Mi Young? Muscular, with a mole on her nose. The bandit recalled. A muscular woman? Ah, oh, one of the vice leader's spoils. Wait, could the woman you were talking about be vice leader's woman? Grandma Gam will make a huge fuss if she finds out. Where is she now? The bandit revealed. If you are looking for her, then she is on the boat. On the river? Are you talking about that big boat? And no, sir. All the big shots are on the boats on the river. Yo Woon cursed. Damn, so she is in one of those boats, huh?